Alright, disaster. I'll be right back. Alright, boys, we fucking lost. Ugh. Alright. Let me give it a second for some people to poke in and say hello before I explain myself, because obviously this may be a little bit of a disappointment for anybody who has been invested in this run. But I kind of decided this last night because I was like, I was thinking about it and I was thinking about the things, but it wasn't a useless run. So, you know. Ugh. You retired from Twitch too? No. No. I'll delete all my stuff. You know, I just realized that emojis actually work in Twitch titles, I think. Yeah, they do. Looks sick as fuck, actually. Okay. I'm gonna explain myself because I feel I have to. Because if I'm restarting to run after what is it, fucking 3 days, there better be a goddamn good reason. I'm assuming. Uh, so yeah. So we're changing some mods around is the first thing. And second thing is, there's some things that I didn't like about my current run, some mistakes I made. I feel like I've learned a lot from it. And also just some, I want to switch the mods around to me. I'm going to make it fresh. So we are going to switch the mods around, but I'm going to explain why I'm doing that. I'm obviously did switch the mods around. I'm just keeping crestario on right now. So the first thing you'll probably notice is crestario 2 has been removed from the list. I'm gonna play without that because I kind of looked at it and I'm just like, you know what? I think a vanilla run would be. Well, it's not vanilla per se, but it's more vanilla e of a run that I thought would be kind of interesting because you do more of the AI industries kind of tech, which I thought was kind of more interesting. So that's the first thing I want to do. So about this base and all the mistakes I kind of made and I've learned from it. So there's a couple things I was kind of thinking about here that I liked and didn't like. The very first thing is I'll go to the tech for a sec, so you get a good explanation. And I will go to where is it at? We'll do some rocket. We'll look at the rocket stuff, okay? So there's a bunch of like rocket researches, but I want you to pay attention to the ones about rocket reusability, red, green, blue, red, green, blue. That going into like doing cargo rockets, you get red, green, blue, like you get it fast. You get it really early, actually. Um, One of the things about Crestario is that Crestario kind of delays some of the techs. You know, it's just it's just kind of how it goes. Um, I and like yeah, I think I had at the time I had bots on the brain. Like I was basically playing bots on the brain, and also I was also playing in a way where I wasn't thinking long term very well, was one of my things. Or I wasn't actually playing the space exploration part. I kind of like delayed the cargo thing until someone told me, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Go launch a satellite. Because it's like red, green, blue again. When it's usually a much later tech, actually. which is kind of interesting. So I should have done it much sooner, is one of my things. So that was a lot of wasted time in that. I felt kind of a thing that I didn't do that because it's like you get it actually really fast, this stuff. So I thought that was kind of interesting, and that's what I want to change. That was one of the things I want to change is I didn't like the fact I didn't go into space that early. But like I'm in space now, so like what am I doing, right? Why am I restarting this whole thing? So one of the things is, like I said, I want to take out the crestario stuff because one of the things it does do is it does rebalance a lot of the solar stuff. So solar is supposed to be like 60 kilowatts, and this is like yeah, they have a 250 and obviously a whole bunch more. So that's one of the things. Like I did want to depend more upon solar a little bit more, and there's a good reason for that. I want to kind of do some kind of shit around that. I felt like going for the nuclear that I did wasn't a good idea. That it's kind of it hasn't like this run isn't scrap, but would require a lot of recovery time, and I feel like it's like kind of weird because I've been like dealing with these outposts and shit for forever. What else? Some of the recipes are a bit weird in this. I've been still playing around with it, but yeah. Recipes are weird, all that kind of stuff. I feel that a lot of my resource stuff I should have had at a separate stop rather than this. I feel like this is a big mistake. Some things like that. Well, processing it is fine. I don't see a problem with that. By the way, I'm gonna basically throw this blueprint book into here. Is there another one I should put in there? I'll just put this one in here just in case. So I'm saving those. I will save those. I have the gas power. Gas power is okay, but it's like whatever. The walls was a total fucking mistake. I wasted hours on this thing, and honestly, the real problem here, and this is the thing I mainly want to change. So two things about it that I'll tell you. So the first thing is I had speculated in my previous run. I said, why don't I just go and leave the fucking planet? like like this base right here creates so much pollution, but like just go to a planet where like there's no biters and you never have to worry about the I mean you have to worry about the some defenses, but like you're not gonna have this fucking mess where it's fucking red like blood for pollution. So because I could just go here, I could just go okay, sort by threat, okay, and then I'll just pick like something with like a decent size, maybe this one Bu mount where it has biter meters. Okay, who cares, just go. Although I think this one has a couple of biters, but but like this is not that bad. This is okay. It's whatever. Just like there's like two biters in here. So I can kind of deal with that, or something else, right? I could just go. I can leave. Like and just make a base somewhere else, and that will be like the primary planet. And like and the interesting thing about that is also if I include orbits, right? I can just go into one of these orbits that I like. Like I did novice orbit, but I could go somewhere else easily. So that was kind of my thing. I'm just like, why don't I just do that? I don't have to stay here. So that's one of the things. The crestario stuff doesn't necessarily play entirely well with it, but like, yeah, I don't know. It does change a lot of the game, and it's not truly vanilla-y. Well, not vanilla, but not truly space exploration vanilla-y. That's also one of the things I was kind of like, meh, kind of on. Some other things I didn't like. My train setups were a good start, but I could make this far better, maybe. I mean, maybe this one's fine. I don't think there's a real problem with this one. But like some of the ones like the supply walls that were requesting stuff, this is way too complex. And I learned so much from like this one here. Like I learned so much from, where is it at? Like one of these ones. I don't know where it is, but I learned so much from it. Oh yeah, it's like right here. So why don't you just start over on a new low biter planet rather than scrapping everything, unless I missed something obvious? Because I want to change recipes around. There's a couple things that I want to address. So playing with Rampidon was a mistake. It was bad. I felt like the early game was kind of cheesed by doing that. It did add something in the mid game where it seemed like it was interesting, but that was why. Also, like I said, I'm not too digging the crestario stuff because I don't use the railgun turrets. I can start using the fuel and stuff, but I would actually rather just drop the crestario actually, because I feel like it doesn't play well with this. There's no reason for me to have it. This means dropping a lot of things like um, it adds some unnecessary logistics that doesn't add anything. There's nothing in the crestario tree that I really want to use, I'm gonna say. The things I've used are things like the loaders I've used a lot of. I've used, I mean, that's it. I've only used that stuff. So I feel like it fucked with the balance too much, I would say. And I want to get out of that. So sorry about that. That's what I want to do. I want to change it. I feel like I want to experience it without that. I really do. So I'm dropping Crestario actually because I would like it's much different actually. So it's pretty much interesting. One of the interesting things I looked at. So you know how my bots keep dying to random stuff like this? And I was wondering, oh, why are they dying, right? So here's an interesting setting for you. You go to the combat overhaul. Pools affect flying. Pools such as worm acid pools affect flying units, corrosive vapors. So it's the flamethrowers that are killing the bots. It looks like it's nothing else, which is kind of interesting that nothing else is doing it. So yeah, I also want to kind of change around a little bit of the way I did logistics and stuff. One of the really big mistakes I made was I did not go into productivity modules. There was some guy was here, commander something, and I felt bad because he was telling me to do productivity modules, and I wasn't like hearing it. I wasn't understanding. I wasn't like thinking about it. Oh my god, I should have done productivity modules. I don't know why I didn't. It was such a mistake to wait on that. Like I ended up making the base and then remaking it again. So, but anyways, I think yeah. So I think this is too much in terms of like the processing here. We get the best of most of this, and you don't have to do the ore whatever bullshit with this either, with because you don't have Crestario. Bigger fan of that, to be honest. What else? I'm gonna put bot attrition back up to normal. Oh yeah, the Commander Fear, that's the one. Yeah, I'm not sure if efficiency mods and miner biters, sorry, in the miners will help, but like I should have had in like at the very least a lot of these other buildings, and I ended up remaking most of the base when I realized that was a mistake. Uh, so that was just stupid on my part. And so the next thing that I kind of am not a fan of right now is the fact. So my uranium's running out right now. Like I'm almost out right now, and this base completely is nuclear right now. Didn't really do any solar at all. I was starting to go into solar. So I would like to change this. Like I would like to not do this on this planet. I would like to do that on another planet. So like I said, I've learned a lot from this run, and I would feel better about doing another one that's a little bit different. Just because, you know, it's I don't know. I feel like it would be much better and much more fun because I feel like this wasn't a loss because I was just like I learned a lot from this, and this is great. And but the main thing I've learned though is that this main planet really sucks for like default resources. Like you run out of these really fast, you know. So like you're spending a lot of time basically making laser turrets and defenses for this giant ass pollution cloud, you know, and things like that. It's not worthwhile. You skip capitalism, yeah. Also, I changed the mod list, by the way, pretty significantly. So those are the reasons, I think. So I'm dropping Crestario, which means no more loaders, which is going to be kind of interesting because I want to actually play without them because I actually have not played kind of vanilla Factorio-ish. Well, I'm saying vanilla, but I'm doing space exploration kind of thing. Yeah. I don't know. I learned a lot from like setting up like rocket logistics and things like that. So like I said, it's not a loss by any stretch of the imagination. The thing I would like to do is I'd like to have like this simple base I made here that I mistakenly destroyed. I would still like to keep that up next time. Like I want to keep a nice belt base going, kind of right here, and then go to another planet and then make that into like a nice bot base kind of thing. So, in late game, smelters do 2 green belts in place per second. I don't even think I have green belts though. Belts. Where are they at? So we got purple belts. Yeah, there's the green belts. Things like that. We'll have to see. You need loaders. I still want to play around with it because I sometimes do bots and stuff. But I think you missed it. What I was saying though, 2 green belts doesn't matter because I'm dropping Crestario. That's one of my plans. I want to drop Crestario. So the pick up mod list. Yep. So, with that being said, I will go to the mod list and actually enable the things I want. So we'll just delete Rampant because I'm never using that again. I'm also taking out the grappling gun because when I got into space, that was the biggest disappointment is I realized that did Nothing but literally cheat the entire time. So we're deleting that. Evo GUI, got a better one now. And crestario I'll disable. So we'll have a look. Crestario is the flavor of space exploration. I I feel like I will keep the save. The save is gonna be there. I wanna play without the crestario. That's what I want to do. I actually want to try it without. Because I liked how the recipes changed. I figured that would be. I wasn't using that much in there. Crestario in mid game is boosting production like 4x%. Like I said, still wanna try it without. Because I'll kind of show you some of the things that changed. Lower science now, I'm still gonna do 10x. So um so the mod list is containers and warehouses, because I still like the big containers. Uh all the regular stuff here, auto deconstruct, auto trash, which is something I installed recently, bottleneck light, um, combat mechanics overhaul, equipment gantry. I'm being yelled at for restarting again. Um, I don't know about Crestario in the mid game is boosting production like 4x%. I don't know. I still kind of want to try it without, but I'm thinking about it. You know what? I'll leave it. Here's what I'll do. I'll leave it to a poll. Uh, I'll pull it. No, 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 I don't say you were yelling at me. Sorry, I didn't mean that. Uh, so, so you can make your decision properly. By the way, 1 second. Let me go put it back on. Give me a sec here. Let me put it back on, and I'll tell you what Crestario kind of gives us. So, if I go into there, so I'll put the poll duration to like 2 minutes or something. I haven't put the poll on yet. Don't worry if you don't see it. Also, I can't see chat right now because it's giving the create new poll menu. Okay, maybe I'll do it 3 minutes and then. Oh no, I'll do it 2 minutes. Let me just explain it first. What changes it and things like that. You can literally say anything in chat right now and I won't see it because I'm stupid. Why is Maxwell calling me a boomer? I don't know. Maybe I should like. Okay, I'm just gonna close it. Whatever. N word, C word. Oh, come on. His 60th birthday. Let's restart if he wants. All right, so Crestario, what it does is it adds a couple things. It adds, first off, it adds loaders. Loaders you can get from any kind of mod, by the way. But there's other mods that give this if I really wanted it, so I could always put them in later. That's not necessarily a reason to use it. Crestario adds ore processing, so it's like this thing where I basically have to throw sulfuric acid into it to purify it, then put it into basically one of these machines. That's something that's Crestario related. Crestario also buffs solar panels, so they give you 100 kilowatts rather than 60. Crestario also basically nerfs nuclear. Nuclear uses more fuel. This is one of the reasons, and it lets you go to other power sources like antimatter and such later on. It adds rare metals, and it also adds that, what's that other resource? I don't know what it's called. So that's it's the Mercerite cave. That's a Mercerite ore. So that's one thing that you have to leave the planet for to get. So Crestario also adds that. Crestario also adds these gas stations, so these will be gone if I remove Crestario. It does add a lot of this biter shit all over the place. This is also one of the compelling reasons I kind of wanted to play without Crestario, because it's constantly this crap I'm always having to clean up. I'm cleaning up the poop. The wood production, yes, that's also another thing that Crestario adds. And what else? It changes the recipes around heavily, so the science has science cards and biter research data and things like that. Advanced smelters, yeah, it adds that too. Smelters, oh, furnaces. So it adds like this furnace here. I'm well aware of that. There's also a chemical plant as well. That's really good. This chemical plant as well, this is from Crestario, so it's like a super chemical plant essentially. So it's basically like super resource producing buildings. AI Industries does add its own variant of the building, so there's like a couple more resources to manage. Some better solar panels, the railgun turrets, laser artillery, antimatter artillery. That's also in there that we will lose if we drop it. The sniper rifle comes from Crestario. What else? These chests come from Crestario, but we AI Industries has its own variant of it, so that's not a huge issue. And I think that's pretty much those are the main things that it adds. And also, like, it has, like, think this lithium processing for mineral water. That's also a thing that it adds in. So a great many things, correct. But if we turn it off, and I'll just show you what it kind of looks like without it. Just so you know, and also like the research labs can change a little bit too. It does add a lot of flavor to space exploration. I can go either way, guys. I can go either way. So if I take it off in a second here, I'll just load up a game and turn on cheats and basically show you what kind of looks a little bit different with it. So, let's go to start a new game in sandbox. Okay. Oh, this is like all the ores and stuff. That's okay. So what this one will do, if I go into here, so the fuel processing is something I did not use because there wasn't really any point to. It's like the sand processing and stuff is very different in things like in AI industries. So that's also different. You'll notice that we're actually using red automation science packs now, so that's also very different. There's no new labs. The radars are still basically the same. They use a lot less power too. There's strongbox, steam power. So if I start going, so you notice it's also using now the regular science essentially. So this is now just not tech cards, but like red, green, blue, basically standard stuff. So basically removed a lot of that stuff. If you look at solar is now 60 kilowatts. This goes to, it goes to 400, 800. If I actually show you the science packs too, like they require much different resources. I believe you can change that in Crestario settings anyways if I really wanted to. But I probably shouldn't. I probably should keep it about the same. But it's like piercing rounds, grenades, stone walls. This one needs sulfur, multi-cylinder engine, and advanced circuits. Rails, 30 rails for production science, and then also like electronic furnaces and things like that. And this one requires processing units, flying robot frames, and low density structure. And if I give myself all this stuff, you can see that the belts are removed. So the highest belt I can achieve is essentially the blue one. The highest tier of assembler is the yellow one, so I can only do those ones. So you don't get a better one than that. This is also the highest chemical lab that you can get. The beacons are like basically either that one or the new ones kind of thing, which I haven't shown you yet. All the productivity modules and stuff stay the same. Their electric labs and space labs are now kind of like that. That's it. That's the only tiers. The weapons, like I said, you don't get any other options really. Well, you get the options that you get from this thing. You get a railgun, but that I get that anyways. So I don't know. Actually, I don't have weapons, so. And you still get the RTGs and some other jazz in here, so that's fine as well. So that's pretty much it. They have some other thing like aeroframe scaffold and some other different recipes for some stuff. But you do lose, I guess, a little bit of stuff. You still get the big mining drills, by the way. So that part doesn't change, but there's no tier higher than that. So that's all you get. Yeah, so I will leave it to a vote, because if I will say whatever you guys want, because actually I can go either way. Factorio 2. So I'll leave it up to you. And you go both ways. Well, there's a poll, so. I can go either way. So you basically get a bit of a nerf and stuff, but like I said, it becomes a lot easier to get to the level that you need to. Nuclear is a bit better too, which is nice, I guess. And it's like a little bit more like playing vanilla, I guess. So, yeah. Next game boost minerals by 200% or. Nah. I'm gonna keep it still vanilla. I think that was still fine. I think the encouragement was still okay. I didn't mind it. Some other things I've added is I've added an outpost planner, by the way. So if I go to this one, so this is something that I never use, but I should use. So you can basically do this, select an ore. Oh, Yeah, there you go. Look at that. This is pretty cool, actually. I never used one of these before. So it basically will just place all the mines for me, instead of me having to do it manually like a fucking idiot. So, there you go. That saves a lot of time right here, right? Like, just like that. And you're going for 20x? Yeah, it makes mid-game really slow. For what? The for ores or what? Like I said, I'm still trying to play a little bit with a bit of a challenge here. So it looks like pretty universally everyone has said take it out. So I'll take it out then. That's all good. Report poll? Why can't I report my own poll? Why would you want to report a poll? What the fuck would I put as a poll that's reportable? A little bit too based, I guess. Some space science need a lot. I'm aware, and I will deal, and that's part of the challenge. I'll deal with it when I get there, kind of a thing. So, but luckily there is an industrial furnace. This is once again the highest tier furnace. And if we look actually at the materials it requires, so this is what they do now. It's 1 iron plate is 1 iron ore, and then 12 iron plates is 8 ore and 1 block, kind of thing. So you can actually get a lot more ore now, actually, to be honest. So I still would like to try it without. So reporting your dirty poll. Yeah. Sorry if you want to keep if you were the two people who wanted it in. But I decided it would be it's gonna be different, I would say. That's why I kinda want to do it. But anyways, back to mods. I know I know I didn't listen to you last time about the thing, and I'm doing it again about the stuff, but I still want to try it on these settings. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, combat mechanics overhaul. So we have that back in, even distribution. These guys, larger lamps, module inserter. So nanobots are back on. Outpost planner. So that's the one I just showed you where I can basically place down blueprints for stuff like really good. So I kind of I'm a big fan of that. Rate calculator, resource map markers. This is slightly different from the other one I had. This one's apparently a little bit better. So the other one was apparently using some UPS and stuff. So, by the way, robot attrition I put back to normal. Mostly because of the fact I'm trying to leave the planet ASAP. I feel that there's no reason for me to keep this at minimum now, because I honestly don't like the home planet. So we're basically doing the we're just saying fuck this to the planet and we're trying to go. Solar calculator, space exploration, stats GUI is a new one. I had Evo GUI. You'll notice that this is on the upper right now, which makes the buttons not shift to the right, which is much better. I don't know if you've noticed already, but this one's much better. It's much superior. And the rest of it's kind of normal, so that's pretty much it. Let's go start again for the 100th time. 10 science multiplier. Not changing anything else. I think that the pollution and enemy expansion, I think it was fine. I didn't have any issue with it. I'll keep the plant size also the same. Just even though I'm planning on leaving it, I don't see a reason to really change it. So, oh, also mod settings. Let's see. Is there anything we want to change here? The painter, this is fine. Robot attrition. So apparently you can set the robot attrition to repair. They'll just drop something for you to repair, but I'll just leave that off. I don't care. We can always change that later, kind of a thing. I'm gonna lean back a little bit. Give me a sec here. So not really much here that I'm gonna change. I changed I still made the thing not remove fluids because I didn't like that. Let's see. There's the nanobots. There's a rate calculator. Let's see. I'll leave these the same too. Auto trash is still the same. Even distribution doesn't have anything. Yeah, there's the new one, and there's a stats thing, which I'm gonna not have it on a single line, by the way, because I like the multiple lines. All right, so we'll do that. We'll do time spent science, like I said I was doing before. I will always allow for research queue availability. It's because I don't see a reason not to do that, just to do them back to back. Let's do a preview. New run what? Yeah, I explained it for like 30 minutes. Basically, it's Pat's fault. Pat came into my computer, hacked my PC, and I lost my save file, so there's nothing I could do. Let's find something a little bit more defensible than that. Fucking Pat. Always hacking my PC. Uh, how's this one? This one might not be too bad. Oh, there's like absolutely no oil here, I think. Although I'm not sure if the algorithm has changed because of space exploration. Audio muted for reasons. Why did he lose? I lost. Oh man. I always lose. Mike is a normie now. So I don't know. Oh, this is not bad. I like this one. So you can kind of build up there towards here or something. I don't know. It's not that great. Although it would be snow. Snow is kind of fun, isn't it? Eh, we could do this-ish. I don't know, but there's no like other ores nearby. That's the part that kind of sucks. Mods didn't like playing together. They were okay. They just had some weirdities with it. I felt like it was like I don't know. It wasn't normal. Oh, this one's not so bad. Where's oil here? I don't see oil anywhere. I hate it when oil doesn't spawn. Because I have to America the biters. I kind of want like a snow biome. Can I be honest with you? Where's snow? Yeah, maybe we should get that. Hell yeah. Okay, this is pretty good. I like this one. As long as there's oil nearby. Is there oil nearby? Oh yeah, there's some right there. Purple. Alright, we can do this one. I don't mind this one. Okay, let's do this one. So yeah, we're gonna play like that, times 10, like I said. And just kept it on the rest on kind of the more defaults for this, so let's go. Why was the old world lost? I it basically didn't like some of the mistakes I did, and um oh, this is not a crestario start, I just realized. I didn't like some of the mistakes. Whoops, ooh, don't hurt me. Some of the mistakes I did, some of the train setups I did weren't that good. I learned a lot from it, which was one of the things that I kind of wanted to change about it. Um, what else? I didn't like the Crestario 2 part of it too much. Didn't feel like I needed it. Is there like a CME near me or something? Or was I think I was just stepping in fire. Oh yeah, there is a CME right here. So let's go down to the ore first. Because you'll notice that a lot of things do change now because of this. Uh, so yeah, the interesting thing is there's no assemblers now, right? Remember the... Oh, wait, here's iron ore. Am I going all the way down there? Where's my... Is there a reason I don't have a... Oh, I never picked it up, that's why. There, I'm stupid. What are you gonna do? What was I gonna say? So yeah, this is interesting. Because I don't have to change a lot of the stuff now. It's really quite thrilling. You don't have to change recipes on some of this stuff. So that a lot of the things work. How many hours have you played on it? Whatever 3 days is times whatever, so a lot of time. Basically about 100 hours. But like I said, I don't consider it a loss because I learned a lot from it, and I want to change my strategy up a little bit. Because the other thing was I felt like I was depending too much upon the novice resources, and therefore it was a bit rough to go to some other places and make some logistics up because basically novice now depended upon. Okay, so I think the ratio is like 1 to 1 now. Does it even tell me? Yeah, it actually does. That's funny. Can you do like 2? Nah, you might as well not do 2. Oh, I need bricks too. That's so weird. Where's some more stone? What kind of mod are you playing? Mostly just space exploration. There's a mod list. Yeah, right there. Hump is on the job. He's a career memer. I think this will just be like that. I am a meme. You're the best kind of meme, though. So space exploration does add a little bit of resource around it, which is kind of nice. So I do have copper here, and I have this right down here, which is really nice, too. I will need more stone, though. Let's get some down here. What should we start with research? So that's the fuel processing that it adds. So I don't really need military, do I? Look at that, steel processing, fucking 500. So I don't know. It's kind of interesting because I've been dealing with. I think I've been dealing with crestario for like the last couple of years. So actually going back to the vanilla stuff is actually pretty interesting. Because you don't need automation cores, but I do need to go into automation. So let's just go take a bunch of this stuff. That's why I kind of want to do it. And also that top right, that UI is much better. So you notice how it doesn't actually shift all the stuff to the side, right? It's much better now. Also, I'll hide this button. Where is it at? Because we don't need it. Show hotbar? Yeah, get rid of it. We don't need it. And give this all the stone I can. Oh, these are maximum 50 for these stacks. Actually, look at that. That's a new one too. I'm afraid, guys. I'm scared. Oh, we get one burner assembling machine. And we have to share the burner assembling machine. Actually, do I have... Oh, I actually do already have them, to be honest. I thought I didn't for some reason, but I actually do have a lot more. Alright, let's go put this down on the coal. To me, I don't know. I'm already finding it a little bit more interesting than because I played the metric shit ton of Crestario. So it's honestly like a new world to me almost having to change up some of this stuff too. I think it's kind of amusing. All right, we're gonna need copper as well. Let's see. So copper is down here, huh? Oh yeah. Guess we're gonna also need more burner drills. Did I not take anything there? I guess I didn't. Oh, these ran out completely, jeez. Guess the fuel values are a little bit different, huh? You don't need wood as much either, which is kind of good, because I kind of am tired of greenhouses as well. Because I'm just like, I always have to make a greenhouse thing. Although, I'll say that AI and SpaceX basically removed those completely, almost, so I never used them again. So, that part was kind of sad. Yeah, you can have some more stone. So am I just like gonna... Oh, I should just use the burner thing to make these. Could also make it like a little bit more in this direction, actually. Can I even make a belt right now? So you have belts, but like you can't make more of them, which is interesting. I'll do something like this one. Oh, maybe not like that. Actually, I didn't disassemble most of the ship, by the way. And we can have, I believe, yeah, burner inserters. Oh no, we can make a belt. I was just on the wrong thing. So good old fresh start. Sorry if you were really into the previous run. Like I said, it's definitely Pat's fault. Always blame Pat. is the rule. Let's see here. I still don't have enough stone for that. Yeah. I'll just go grab some from down here. Need to make like a chest making that stuff. It's not, like I said, it's not that that previous run wasn't recoverable. I felt like some of it was just weird, and I would have preferred to do it more vanilla, and also like have another crack at the train setup I did. Because like once I got kind of more into the interplanetary logistics of like, hey, you got to send some shit around. I basically kind of started thinking, I'm like, man, it actually makes a lot more sense to kind of just do it that way. So it was like, yeah. That was kind of my thoughts around it. And the even distribution is really nice. Alright, let's go do this. Now we're going to need more of the stone bricks, actually. That's what this guy's for. Actually, I am trying to make more of this. Let's see. Oh. Oh. Oh, it doesn't know it's making a stone brick yet. Because yeah, now it knows. So this uses 37, yeah, so this is a good ratio for this guy. Honestly, I kind of always assumed that the stack size for stone was always 200. And now that I see it's 50, I'm like, oh, okay, that's different. Kind of amusing, actually. Why is it? It added all of it to that one, which is really weird. I guess it has to be the same machine? That's really strange. Why is even distribution doing that? Balance out inventories, evenly distribute items. I don't know why it actually does that. The behavior is really odd. Alright, so... we get some burner inserters. I think I already have some. And iron plates look different. I'm scared. Actually, to be honest, we could put it slightly lower. We don't have nanobots yet. Okay. Let's go. So these things do not fill themselves. I thought they would. They used to do that, at least. Okay. It's 1 per 1. Because it's a 10-second one, that's why. But how about the ratio? Okay, so we can put a lot of things around that. Okay, let's go add some more of these things. Because we need to really scale up our materials. So does this automatically do it now? Yeah, no, it puts a ton of it into the first one. Don't know why. The rest of it's fine. But just not that one. So yeah, like, well, I did do right click on it though. Yeah, no, it's still doing like all of it into that one machine. I mean, it still has the thing where I can balance things out to other inventories, so that's fine. I'm not like I'm not hugely against it. We also have the copper lamp. Let's go put some of those down because they look comfy. What's up, Boomerlat? Hey, Maxwell. How you doing? My favorite phone fiend. I'm back at Factorio, restarting for the billionth time. Well, not the billionth time, but you know, enough that you know, you can tell I have a problem and I probably need intervention. Actually, I'm gonna change this up a little bit. Oops, not like that. It's not like that instead. Oops, no, what the heck? Personal logistics and auto trash, what? Oh, I already have that? Oh, because I guess the other thing adds it in. I just realized. It's really weird. I wish these would automatically fill themselves. And I know there's a mod for that, but you know. I just don't know why that wasn't the default behavior, because I'm kind of surprised that crestario did that. Playing on the computer. Oh, I'll see that when I believe it. Also, I do believe that, don't worry. I hope you're doing well, Maxwell. These are interesting times. Let's do 2 more of these. Do this one. I'm gonna need some more coal. Oh, I didn't give it anything for this. It's really weird because I was like, maybe I could go just evenly distribute into all the machines. Oh, wait, 1 second. Let's try that one out. It's like Shift C. Just gives it all 1 coal in like a huge radius. It's not even that great. Alright, whatever. We're gonna need some stone bricks. Okay, some more right there. Hey, you playing Dota at all recently? No, I'm more watch it. I'm more of a spectator than anything for that game. I just watch some streamers sometimes, and that's it. For that, I don't play it anymore. I gave up on that. I left that life behind me. You watch it from your friend's stream and you have a blast? You telling me I need to stream more Dota? Because there'd be a lot of people that would probably disagree with you on that, for me at least. Although you know, I had fun when I did play it. I shouldn't joke about that. It was actually amusing to play that at the time that I did. We're gonna need some right here. Need 2 more down there. Did you beat Agnes, by the way? I did. Not on the hardest one. I was playing with Pat, and then Pat kind of gave up on it and did something else, and then I stopped playing it because I'm like, there's no reason for me to, because I don't really play Dota often enough. I was kind of just enjoying playing it with him, but I think he kind of got all egging him out. So he was kind of done with that guy. All right. Yeah, we're gonna need more belts. Also, I'm gonna place down a couple more mines. Wonder how bad our pollution cloud is right now. Literally awful. Honestly, I wish he would become an announcer. He's so funny. Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't know why they don't, actually. Because they usually do an announcer for literally everything else. They do a really good job with that, actually, stuff. I mean, but that's Valve for you, you know, Valve does an amazing job of most things. There you go. And we, alright, that should be... Why is it... Oh, right, I don't have anything here. Damn, these inserters are slow. It's like watching grass grow. Alright, how many more do I have of that? Honestly, their battle passes haven't really been that crazy either for Dota. Last one I did was the one with the Rune Ranger bullshit. I did kind of like that one. What does that fuel thing do, by the way? Fuel processor. Let's figure out what that does, because I'm kind of curious. What the hell? Just get rid of it all. Same, but you really like the drown one because it's so what? Customizable? You mean customizable? Sorry, I can't read that. I'm gonna assume that's mine. Customizable. Okay, that's what you're referring to. Okay, what are these all lacking in? Really? Just needs a lot of this, huh? This uses up like 42, but we kind of need a chest with this stuff too. Let's see what this does in a second here. Makes fuel. Processed fuel. Designed to power fuels but can be used for other things. Can I like use it in here? I can. It's 10 millijoules versus 4. How many does that need? I don't know. I don't think it's really worthwhile, to be honest. I'm kind of good with just giving it coal. It's a new thing, though. Mega. It's quite good. Yeah, because coal has 4. Oh, I guess it is better, isn't it? Yeah, okay. I just realized I was reading it wrong. Because it looks like 2 of these make 1 processed fuel. Okay. Can you, like, use it in anything? That's a real question. Because that's new. That one I wasn't in the crestario one. Actually, I might go put the burner inserters around that. Let's see. we're gonna have to give it some pull like here. You gonna do Secret Victory? I'm not sure what that is. Rick and I talked until 1 in the morning last night. I was not good for my sleep. Hey Shaz, by the way. Oh, I see. These are kind of like going like that. So let's see, can I fuel these? Oh yeah, I totally can. You just put a ton in there here, huh? You can finish a game in 2 ways. Oh, can you? What's the second way? Because I know there's one which is like warp drive on a vehicle or something. Um, I know that's one of the end games. When you get a ludicrous speed. What's the secret one? I don't care about spoilers. You can tell me. We're just curious about it at this point. This is actually a pretty interesting way of making fuel. What's the pollution on this? 4 per meter. Yeah. The pollution value of it. Nothing added to it. Still really cool. See, it's already different, man. I like this. This is good. This is interesting. Jeez, this oh yeah, that'll totally work. So we're gonna just do nothing but processed fuel now. Kind of sad that nothing ever makes it to the end here. It's too slow. Warp drive is victory condition. Yeah, no, I know that one. What's the secret one though? I know there's some stuff where you're supposed to like go into like a they want you to go explore like a little cave or something or building or something. He added some stuff around that, which I thought was kind of cool. I was kind of looking forward to that, but I didn't see anything in our system around that. So, you want me to spoil? Like I said, I don't care about spoilers. I'm all okay with that. Because I mean, if you don't tell me what the secret condition is, I'll probably never do it. So, you might as well tell me. I'm more than good with spoilers. And that one needs a thing too. I like what I've done here. It's like a little loop-de-loop of this. What about chat though? I mean, do any of you care about spoilers? I don't know if you guys care. Electricity is burner. How about where's Steam in this? Steam isn't until green science, huh? Huh. Where's drills? Okay, so that's interesting. So it wants us to use the burner stuff before that, which is cool. Mike is a fickle thing. What a new run, yeah. I explained it at the beginning, but I basically wasn't digging crestario and I want to change up a lot of my goals and objectives. And I want to, yeah, I want to drop the crestario. That was the main thing. Activate the Stargate with a very complicated puzzle. Oh, okay. The Stargate. Ooh. That seems kind of good. Hey, sorry impossible if you were invested in the other one, but I'm trying it out without the crestario stuff and also changing some of my strategy around. Because I really hated the base I made, and I felt like I learned a lot to the point where it was worth trying it again, kind of a thing. But yeah, I apologize if you were really invested in the last base that I was doing. But it was a learning experience for me. That's what I was really mainly doing it for. So Chickened out, yeah, kinda. I mean, it wasn't impossible to salvage by any stretch of the imagination. Obviously, I was already in space and all that, but my main thing was I wanted to change a lot of it around. So already as it is, I can tell you, without a doubt, that the I'm gonna need more science in this. Because this is way too slow. We're gonna probably just copy this thing again and do it again. Because I'm like looking at this and I'm just like, oh, why the fuck is it so slow? I want nanobots, by the way. Where's nanobots? It's behind like logistics. We should get that pretty soon. Actually, let's just copy this. Let's do some of these. What else do I need? Yeah, it's still 10x. Oops. I would never change that for the world. Because this was already, like, a little bit easier to do in the other crestario. So... already a little bit different. Long haul, yeah. I probably should do, because I'm looking at my pollution cloud, I probably should start doing some, turrets and stuff, actually. I don't know why I did electricity. I guess that's kind of one of the goals, but... I might actually swap it to, well, it's actually queued. I'll just queue it, I don't care. Yeah, this is kind of pointless. Because, like, the inserters are too slow for this anyways. We need some more inserters. Think it will be a copy strike if we play tropical music? Right, I should play some music, shouldn't I? Let me go get some going. I mean, it's not copyright strike, it's like content ID matching, that's what it keeps doing. I'll do Tropico just because you said that. I don't know which game, but I'll just do 6. This feels really inappropriate for this game, by the way. It's really loud, what the fuck? Yeah, basically the first one basically doesn't really do anything different. Alright, and then do something here. We're achieving communism. I don't think we're doing that at all. Alright. This is what we were expecting? It wasn't what I was expecting. It was what you were expecting? You suggested this? Knowingly? Alright, bud. Oh. Not what I expected, I'll tell you that much. We're on holiday away from the biters, except the biters are here, so that doesn't really count. Let me think here. I added more iron just because that is the limiting factor right now. So I'll need some more. Oh my god. Well, we're in too deep. I can't do anything with this. Holy shit! Which one makes them glow? Um. That avoiding a three-letter joke. That would be bottleneck light in the mods list. It basically tells me when things are not functioning, which is really nice. I'm surprised that even these buildings glow. It's a really nice mod, though. Someone suggested it. May have been Impossible. Impossible is the one that told me about him. So it makes the assemblers glow? Yes, it does. It makes them glow whenever they're functioning or not, which is really nice. It's super high quality. So, or like this one's working at reduced capacity right now, or something. So it has like different statuses, which is really nice. Okay, why are these all broken right now? Oh, I see. I'm missing some resources. You thought they glow the color of the S-specs? Oh no. They were broken, that was why. Because they didn't have fuel, that's why. They were not glowing the color. They were glowing the color of I'm trash at Factorio. That's what the color was. Have you considered doing this as a multiplayer server? Man, you miss multiplayer. Uh, I can't. Someone else has asked that too as well, and I kind of said I still like the solo challenge of it. I'm still kind of into, you know, doing this flying solo for at least the time being. This is 15 seconds. Man, iron does not screw around. I'm gonna bring some more down here. Actually, I probably shouldn't do that. Oh well, doing it anyways. Yep. What? Oh. Damn straight, fuck Richmond. What happened in Richmond? Oh. Sorry, literally nobody but me will know what you're talking about, by the way. It took me a second to realize what you're talking about. I keep forgetting, like, that you're from, like, my area, so... I can't help it. My god, these are so expensive. That feels like really interesting, actually. Can't wait for the earthquake to sink the Richmond to the ocean. I swear to God, I said that before. You're stealing my jokes. You must be stealing my jokes, because I have fucking said that many times. I said, like, Richmond is like Atlantis. If an earthquake hits, it goes into the ocean. Alright, what are we doing next? Well, we're gonna make a gun next, but, automation? That would be kinda nice. Let's do that. Wait, where's the turrets? Maybe let's do the turrets first. Let's automate the biter's destruction and death, and then we'll do that one after that. Where's my fuel? Oh, there it is. Maybe Richmond isn't that bad, it's just the people there suck. I mean, it's that and it's really bad. I mean, at least it's not Surrey, let's be honest with that. Surrey can go fuck itself. There's one thing we could all do without, it's Surrey. Surrey does suck. Unfortunately, Surrey will not sink into the ocean. So if Richmond goes, then Surrey will rise to the top. So what are you going to do? By the way, we're talking about places in British Columbia, so in case you have no context in what we're talking about. Which I wouldn't really blame you. Because honestly, when people start talking like about American towns, like, oh, Boston has this, and I'm like, I don't know anything about that. Yeah, fuck that place, you know, fuck Boston, I don't know. You know, that's how I go. Stupid donut-eating pieces of shit, you know. What else is there to say, you know? This one is out of copper. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to make a gun. Oh my god, this is so trippy. Because I'm gonna make a gun, and I have light armor now? What the fuck? When the fuck have I ever played a game like this and I've had that? Abbotsford? You live in Brampton and you're just here to feel included? Fucking Brownton, that's what that is. Why the fuck would you do something like you could have done anything in life, you decided to live in Brampton. Good job. That's like the epitome of a failure. Nah, just kidding. Much love. I guess we're done with this one. I'll just keep it going. Like, have you been hearing about the non-stop stabbings in fucking Vancouver as of late? Yeah. And also, by the way, there's a huge opium crisis. You know, like, because people keep ODing on drugs here. But we made drugs, like, legal. How did that happen? Alright, let's put the pistol in the... You know, I just tried to press spacebar to use the grapple hook again. If you haven't noticed, I've completely removed that from the game. Forever. Alright, let's do... maybe nanobots? What would be the best one to do? I want to say nanobots and then electric mining, but actually I would really like electric mining first. Alright, so what we need right now is we need turrets. Oh my god, we actually have this stuff. How do you help drug addicts? Give them free drugs. That works, right? Yeah, no, that was the Canadian solution. That was our solution. We basically removed all restrictions, and we closed all the health places, and we said go ham, go have drugs. You know. Basically, if they overdose, then they're really not a problem to society anymore. I guess. I don't know. I guess that was the logic around it. Fuck them, I guess. But you know, I don't work for the government, so. But again, I'm more libertarian, so fuck the government. That's all I have to say. Let's actually try this burner. Honestly, most of the drug use is just the lockdowns and shit, and people like having shit like losing jobs and stuff and dealing with the stresses right now. Because can you imagine? Like for me, I don't have any problem at all. Like you can lock me down forever. I don't give a fuck. Because I'm just going to play video games inside. But, you know, that doesn't work for everybody, so... Because I'm kind of like the introverted type, so I'm... You know, I could go stream games like I do right now, it doesn't matter to me. But that doesn't work for everybody, right? So... I don't blame people for not having a good time right now. I love all the Ottawa people whining and honking and saying that they're going to lose it. Like, what are the PFX going to do? Call like whatever. Whoa, a little bit too base there. A little bit too base for the stream. This is a fun, relaxing Factorio stream where we look at inefficient belt layouts and laugh at the fact I just had to restart, which I didn't actually have to restart, but I did. You can't just, you know, can't just do things like that. I'm actually surprised there are no biters yet. We should really make the turrets though. Did I not research? Oh, I did research. I was literally hovering on it. I'm like, did I not research them? And I'm like, it's like right there. This is interesting. So this one is different from the other crestario because the tech goes into green science like immediately, essentially. But this one is like, yeah, you can take your time, which I kind of like it so far. It's different. I have to basically rethink how I did my little early game science setup here. It's pretty nice. I'm not even supporting Trekkers. I'm just watching this shit show. Yeah, I mean that'll happen. Also, are you gonna call me out again, Shaz, for like for only reading half of what you say? I swear to God, I'm reading everything you say. That's what he did when he came on Discord. He's like, whenever you stream, you just read half of what I like the last message, and then you try and like piece together, like you're fucking like Sherlock trying to figure out like the scene of the crime or some shit. And he didn't really say that, but. It's because I was like deep in thought. That was my excuse. Factorio is a thinking man's game, alright? So I can't, you know... I have to like, I think, and then I go read chat for a second, I'm like, yes, I agree with that thing at that time, because I basically spent the last 5 minutes trying to get like rockets like working, because they were like, my whole logistics thing was like completely a mess. So, I mean, that's how I always go. That's exactly what you said word for word. I know I made it up, so you can't say that you actually said that. Okay, I have this burner guy. Let's see. So yeah, I can power anything I want with that. But it's like 2.35 megawatts, which is really interesting. Yeah, we'll just hold off on that for a second here, just because I want to make sure I'm all good before I do any of that. Let's see. We have another turret. Let's go put that up here. I honestly felt really bad for, like, flying around the galaxy. By the way, I just realized my color is blue right now, so, I don't know. Someone gets to vote for... Okay, first person to say what color I should be in chat, and that's gonna be my color. That's gonna be it for the rest of the run. I'm never changing it. Brown. Okay, brown it is. Well, Hump wins. I think he knew I would do that. Shit, what's a brown color? Damn. Oh, there we go. This is shit color right there. There you go. I mean, that's actually boring as hell. Actually, no, I'm gonna do it. No, I'm doing pink, actually. Never mind. Because that's, like, default Factorio colors. People come into the stream and they'll think, like, I'm a default man. Isn't, like, pink, like, lots of red? It's, like, pink. Shit. Yeah, I think I suck at colors, guys. Fuck, let me just get the... You know, 1 second. Pink. Hex codes. You can tell I'm an elementary school dropout. Let's see. Oh, this is like fucking like bright pink. What? How's that an unknown color? I guess I have to do the hash. There you go. That's like a purplish. That's like hot pink. So we're good with that. Dark brown, person color. Okay, now you brought racism into it. Now I can't abide by that. I have to disavow you. You can't be racist here. That's not allowed. We're pink though. Is one of the best cancer awareness factory? It is. And the biters are just alt-right bigots. Just... Alright, let's see here. We got enough of these. You saw racism, I saw harmless color. I mean, you literally said person color. You literally said it there. I mean, you're a mod, you can delete your own thing, and then you can pretend you didn't say it, but you did say it, so... You're the one who said person color. You can't delete your own thing, I looked. Oh, you actually tried? Wow. Well, that's just not standing by your own words, which is just as worse as saying horrendous things like that. If you're gonna say mean things, then you have to stand by them. Like the real person color is red. You have to open them up to see. Or it could be white, depending upon. Actually, no. That's actually sounds really bad. Never mind. Sorry, I didn't think about that before I said it. Fuck. I was trying to make a dick joke. I'm sorry. Then I realized that okay, that backfired really badly. Never mind. No, I didn't say the full thing. You can't put words in my mouth. I didn't say that. If it makes you feel better, I was thinking of dicks. Okay. Because he said something about blood. I'm an innocent man. This is like 10 seconds for this, too? Jeez. I figured I should get, like, electric mines going, and then once that's done, it's like, oh, you can just basically electrify the entire base. Because I could basically automate them going into this thing, too, which is nice. You know what the really weird thing is going to be? We do not have access to loaders anymore. So, we'll see how that goes. Like, nobody tell not the wheel who's thinking of dicks. That Mike was thinking of dicks. I mean, that's not the wheel's default state. It's fine. Nah, not the wheel doesn't like when I make fun of him, so I have to stop making fun of him. He doesn't appreciate my brand of humor, unfortunately. But I don't think anybody does. That's just going balls deep tonight. Goes balls deep every night. I mean, it helps that right now it's pretty dumb and simple what I have to do, which is just like, whoops, I just took out all the processed fuel. It's pretty dumb and simple what I have to do right now, which is just to get the tech back up. So. The thing I'm really surprised about is the fact that the biters aren't just completely knocking on my door, because, like, right now, like, I should be hitting somebody. I don't know why I'm not. Also, the really nice thing is radars are, like, only one tier and only use 300 kilowatts. Like, holy shit. Like, the crestario radar is used like a crap ton, by the way. Let's get some more of these and these. I still don't know what this biter capsule is for, by the way. Just gonna toss it in there. Factorio game tropical music, borderline racist chat. Yeah, I don't have anything to do with this. I don't know where you people come from. I'm an innocent, wholesome streamer. That's all I am. I'm playing wholesome music and everything, like... I think it's Homp. Homp's a bad influence. Blame chat. You know, I need a separate separate emote for just blame Homp. That's what I need. This is innocent, wholesome dictator music. Yeah, exactly. Oops. The iron requirements of the early game right now is pretty insane, by the way. This is the thing I keep actually running into as a problem. By the way, our these actually any different for... No, they're no different for assembly speeds. I have to say, I kind of like the fuel, because I didn't get to use that in crestario. They just don't have it. So, processed fuel, kind of cool. I'm kind of liking that difference already, which is kind of neat. Oh, we had biters. Interesting. I wasn't even paying attention. Did they show up at some point? I don't even know. I was literally just talking about, I'm like, why are there no biters, like, ever coming near me? And, the game answered by sending biters at me. I just have to make sure these are going as fast as they can. I'm trying to think of anything else I want to do with this at the moment. I'm like, I think I need more iron plates or something weird, because I'm just like, damn, I have so much. Look up. You play Tropico? I mean, I do not. I've never played Tropico before, actually, I should mention. I don't know why, it's just one of those games I never did, I got around to. Maybe that I'm streaming more often, I could kind of maybe play it. Then again, like, that has to be a time when I'm not playing Factorio, which, judging by the fact I just restarted this run, it doesn't seem like it's gonna be anytime soon. So... You know what's really nice? You get that research completed indicator right here. So it's like, oh, it's gonna take two more minutes to complete, which is really cool to actually see. I'm a big fan of that, actually. It's a much better GUI mod. And like I said, it pushes everything to it's on the right side, which means the left side is the buttons here. So it's actually like not way more organized than before. So I actually saw someone with the same mod, and then I'm like, oh, I need to figure out which one he found, because it's way better than the one I had. If I can love this place, get the dictator to be present to actually have a function dictatorship. Well, this place has enough people for a good time, and not so many that you can't say anything. You mean my chat? I mean, honestly, it depends upon the streamer. It's if the streamer allows it or not, typically. Or if they have some kind of brand image they want to, like, maintain. Kind of a thing. That's really what it comes down to. No, Mike Canada? Okay. No, you just said, yeah, you're chat. What? Why are you fucking calling me out on this? I assumed he was talking about the chat. I mean, the country sucks, so you can't be talking about that. Hey, Dark Red Man, thanks. Nah, Canada's alright. I just like ripping on Canada. I just played with some mates for 10 hours non-stop. Oh my goodness. That's a long time. I think I've capped out at 8 hours, and then I've been like, no, I'm done. I'm done forever. I'd never play Factorio again, except for the time I played it again. Alright, looks like we got mining drills. On Factorio, yeah. That's pretty nuts, man. Let's do... I want to say logistics. Yeah, we can do that. Let's do mining drills. It's pretty wild. See, you have some mods I don't... Yep. I made a really elaborate list just today of all the mods I have. Because I wanted to... yeah, I wanted to like actually have a real mod list kind of thing. So I'm actually very happy with what I accomplished over there. I hosted on like basically the GitHub pages variant of GitHub on my GitHub account. So got a ton of mods. This one is still broken. Did you do space exploration for that much time? Because like yeah, if you did that, that's like a yeah, it's a Chad move right there. Cool. I rarely play with mods for the moment. Might do Marvin's. Okay, yeah. I would. No, keep on the way you're going though.
Tell me you tested it.
3 years long.
Thanks, Ghost Echo. Oh, I forgot I changed that to Terry Davis, by the way, on the little picture thing. Anyway, yeah, like I would stay on the unmodded Factorio if it's your first time, just because like that honestly the game is so good for quality of life stuff. You don't need mods for your first run at all. Totally unnecessary. And then once you kind of go, then you'll go like, oh, I want to try something else, and maybe you'll do space exploration or something, which is kind of nice. All right, here's what we're gonna do. You love the logic train in this game, especially as a developer. Yeah, I'm a developer too, man. I love it too. It's really great. Alright, so I'm gonna do... I want a fuel thing, right? Oh, this is kind of weird. I guess I'll just put it over here. The fuck? Oh, they killed everything. Oh my god, that's a ton of them. Wow. They just Shrek this, by the way. Okay, I actually ran out of ammo. They actually just loaded an autosave. Where did I save up? Oh, up that. Yeah, right here. That's fine. Because that's like way too much to destroy. Okay, maybe I need more turrets, man. Maybe let's go make some... Oh shit! Kill them. Because there's like that was way too many that showed up here. Do I need like some walls or something or what? Oh wait, this is like way before that. I wasn't actually done electric mining. Oh god. Was there another save I had before that or no? No, I think this is all that. Oh, whatever. I went way too far back. But you know what I'm gonna do? I have to raise my autosave interval. I thought that was actually much more recent, by the way. Whoopsies. Let's do 5. I raised it to like 10 minutes because the saves were really large, so before that. Okay, that's my bad, guys, sorry. Started about 1 hour ago, yeah. And we went back in time. We restarted again. Why'd you throw out your last run? I explained it in great detail at the beginning, but essentially, I want to change up how I did certain things. Was the first part. I wasn't a big fan of Crestario. I didn't like the rampant biters at the beginning. The rampant biters were like no good. Oh, for some reason the music changed to something that sounded like something was getting destroyed again. Alright, let's do some ammo on this guy. Oh, I have firearm magazines. You missed the beginning? Yeah, no, I know, I'm sorry. I wasn't saying, oh, why weren't you here? No, I'm saying, like, I explained it if you want to see in the VOD, but I changed up a lot of the mods, which is why the mod list is very different, and what else did I change? We took out Crestario too, because I want to try it without, because I felt that would be better, and we're doing more of a run where I'm going to just rush my ass into space, because I want to try doing that as well. I felt that would be kind of a fun, different thing that you could do. Because the tech for rockets, if you look at this, they're just like, it's just locked behind blue science. That's all it is. It's really easy to get there. And like, yeah, some of the stuff that crestario does to rebalance the game, it's a little bit weird, right? And so I really did want to try and do it a little bit differently. So, and this is gonna be kind of wild, by the way, because like some of those quality of life things that crestario does bring to the table aren't here. They're not present. So we're gonna definitely be in for a pleasant surprise or an unpleasant surprise, either one. So like, I don't have loaders anymore, for example. I just have them out. I decided to completely exclude them. Also, these are completely done. Also, Mike, when are you going to get back to your true calling of Mike That Harder? I have access to that channel. I have access to it. Nothing ever happened with that one. Oh. Let's do that. I don't know. I don't really post that many in real life videos anymore, but I could post something. I don't know. I think, I don't know. I'd have to see what I'd post. I don't even know what I'd post. And before you ask, I don't think I'd stream any in real life stuff just because, first off, Canadian internet blows ass. Like the mobile networks do. I mean, they have like some like 4G stuff or something, but it's not that great. Did I not have a repair pack? Oh no, I guess I never finished it. I need more turrets. Show us your sweet ride. It's a 3 Series BMW. That's what I have. Or you mean the motorcycle? That's a CB500X. I mean, I could. I've actually posted videos of me on my motorcycle in like near my neighborhood. I could post it here. If you guys want to see it. 1 second. Where's it at? Where am I at? Your channel? No, it's like YouTube Studio. Let me just make sure that this is all going. I posted stuff. It's not in a public place. That's all. Where's my content? Wait, what the fuck are you starting over? I am. I'm gonna be getting this all day. Everyone's gonna yell at me. Where are we at? Oh, yeah. I think I gave up with trying to find that. 1 second. Basically, didn't like crestario, wanted to change my strategy. Was kind of running out of resources, didn't like the crestario balancing. I learned a lot from the run, so I wanted to change up some stuff too, as well. That's kind of those are the main reasons. I'm kind of enjoying the simplicity of the stuff because I never got to use the fuels with non crestario because you don't use the fuels in the early game at all. It's kind of, yeah. You briefly touched space last run? Yeah. The mods are basically really different, so... Not like super different, but like really, really different. Okay, we'll just say they're super different. So, I don't know. I really want to try my hands at it again, kind of thing. So, I apologize if you were invested into the last one, but I'll get there fast, I promise you. I'm like Sonic the Hedgehog for going to space, you know? Alright, so... I kind of feel like walls would be a good stop, honestly. That might be not a bad idea, actually. What was I doing last time? I think I went into, like, logistics. Also, logistics is also very good. Okay, let's do logistics first, and then we'll do walls. Okay, I'm just trying to get you the base laser turrets. Yeah, I know. I'll get there eventually. But yeah, I apologize if you're invested in the last one. Sorry about that. Why? I was already exploring space. Yeah, so my main thing was when I looked at how I was doing it, I was like, I don't know why I basically spent so much time on novice doing stuff, but I could just fucked off to another planet. Like that's what I want to try doing. You know, I spent all this time making like a bot base that kind of sucked ass. Like it was not what I wanted to have from that. That was the main thing. It was like, yeah, it was definitely below what I wanted to see from that, and also like there's some other problems with it too. So rather than like try and fix it with like my super nuclear dependency, and I was running out of uranium, by the way. Well, I wasn't running out of uranium. I still had a lot stockpiled, but it was just really annoying making those things. But by the way, I have an outpost planner now, so I can do that. I can do that outpost planning stuff now. So it's not all loss. I did improve some of the mod set as well. So, you know, that's what I did. I want to take what I learned. I want to try it again because I felt like that run was fine. There wasn't anything really super wrong with it, but it was like I want to try doing something else with it. That was all. So sorry about that. Sorry if you were invested in it. It's Pat's fault, basically. Actually, I'm gonna do this a little bit less down. And do that one. Alright, let's see. Oh. What? How did I go through that so fast? These guys are insane. Oh my god. Why are they so fucking strong? Oh my god, I'm just completely out of ammo. Maybe I really do need that wall. Whatever, it'll come after. Whatever, it's fine. It's not fine. I really want to finish up this thing. 1 second. Now let's start this up. This really makes 2 megawatts. That's insane. Am I getting yelled at again about restarting? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wanted to try different things. I just wanted to be a different guy. I'm sorry. It's Pat's fault. I keep saying this, guys. I know. Can you change the color of your shirt anytime? I'm aware of this. We already changed it to pink. That was what the group decided on. We need logistics to basically tap into that. I can just do this. There you go, that works. Alright, let's go toss some things in there. Also, these are lacking a little bit in fuel. Oh wait, this is the wrong way. Why aren't you putting more in? Oh wait, no, it was the right way. Wait, no, it wasn't. What? Fuck? Then we'll do it now? Okay, now it did it. Just try to put 5 in, that's how it works. Did you add combat mechanics overall? I did in the last run, so yeah. I'm gonna guess that the biters are a bit buffed, though. They're strong-ass biters now. I already have, like, the snappers, too, which are obviously horrifying. Pat, why'd you delete my Factorio save? What the fuck, dude? Like, I thought we were friends, man. I lent you my computer to go look at porn, and this is what happened. What the hell, man? No, I didn't actually lose a save. I'm just kidding. That's the mod where the walls block projectiles. I'm aware of that. That's why I need walls. But we need walls first, so... Let's do these things right now. Okay, stone walls. Okay, here we go. Do one of these guys too. You're starting over new run, lol. Well, let me see, Pat. During the last run that I was playing Factorio, was I just getting out of Red Science, or was I already in space, Pat? It's a really difficult question, Pat. Now, I know you may detect a hint of sarcasm in my voice, but I assure you, it is a completely legitimate question. Maybe you went to a new planet to start from Red Science again? I mean, that's true. That could be it. You know, I'm sorry, Pat. I didn't mean to call you out on that. I guess you just don't know. It's okay. That's very true. That's very true. But then again, there's the stream title, so he still has no excuse. Stone wall finished, okay. Can I get some stuff for that? I don't know. How's the power right now? Oh, that's really good. Oh man, these are gonna take forever. You know, but I don't know why. Pat, you're the first person to ask that question. Everyone else who came in here was like, oh, you're just starting again. I just accept this because you're an idiot, Mike. Sorry. Sorry, too sarcastic, too sarcastic. Basically, I wasn't a fan of Crestario. I kind of didn't like that part, and I want to change some stuff around. Actually, we don't need... Oh, shit. Ooh. Alright, so talk about the nick of time. Holy shit, they were just about to break in. Alright. Yo, these biters do not fuck around, by the way. Alright, I'm gonna put like... I'm gonna go get the rest of these mines. That wall one kind of fit the music. It's pretty based. Like, just at the exact moment, like there's a bit of panic. I'm like, oh, they chose this time to attack me. You know what? They haven't not really attacked from any other direction, so we're gonna probably put this down over here somewhere. They even destroyed one of the things too. It's crazy. So aggressive. What did I do to the biters besides start polluting their entire planet? Without giving a fuck. Do I have more of these? I do. I also want to get a bunch more of these inserters too, so we don't have to... do any more of this. Alright. No, don't worry, Pat. Me and you are buddies. Except for that time you lost my Factorio save file. I probably won't forgive you for that. It just wasn't cool to do, Pat. Alright. I'm gonna need a crap ton of belts, by the way. That's not even one of my emotes, is it? No, it's like Jake is high. Oh, neat. I'm pretty sure that's not one of my better TV ones. What a wondrous emote that is, by the way. I don't have any, I mean, actually, they just wrecked that shit. But we are probably gonna have to go put the turret somewhere else. But they're at least doing their job, kind of. What are we waiting on? Oh, I don't have any research, I just realized. Tool belts, I mean... So it's either nanobots, which are really nice, or... I'm gonna do nanobots, because the fucking research for that is insane. So I'm kind of tired of, manually, doing things. This is where we automate. So let's go also put down the remainder of these guys. Actually, what's the cost of gears in this? 2 iron plates. Okay. There's probably a reason to put it on its own thing now. Do I have repair packs yet? No, I guess not. So I replace all these inserters because I hate them. I have very strong feelings about how I have my inserters. Yeah, I don't know. I'm hitting a nest somewhere there and they're pissed off about it, so, you know, what are you going to do? Hopefully that this will generate less pollution, but judging by the fact that it says 34 pollution per meter, I'm going to guess that's not actually the case. Oh well, fuck biters. They get pollution. They should have thought of that before being biters. How far are radars, actually? Really far. Electronics. Start over because you want to do Death World? No. I actually, you know what? I actually contemplated that, I'm not gonna lie. And I decided not to. And the reason was because I thought about it and I was like, you know, it really doesn't make sense to do a Death World because there's really no difference, like, in how this works. Because it's like, you're just going to another planet to fuck off. You know? That's what you're gonna, that's the first thing you're gonna do. You're gonna be like, screw this planet, I'm out. Time to go to Mars. I'm gonna be up there with Elon Musk or whatever. You know? That's pretty much like, that's what I thought. I'm like that would be the only strategy I could do. Like, how do I like, you can't even handicap yourself in that case, because you'd be like, what are you gonna do, not go to space? There's no way you can handicap yourself with that, and like, to try and make it more challenging. There's just nothing you can do. So I'm like, yeah, okay. It wasn't, I'm like, I'm not doing that. It was a very definitive answer I had for that. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I did consider it, though. I did consider it. So I'm like, hey, if I'm starting again, I know what I'm doing now. I could do anything, and I decided not to do anything, so that was it. Death World 17% the planet size? Yeah, okay, that's just that's literally cheating, by the way, because that's like, you're on a Death World, but like the map has a boundary, so they're like, they'll never do anything to you. And I believe, by the way, the Death World only counts on the first planet you start on, by the way, because everything else has that threat indicator, and so it doesn't matter. So, are you gonna make another bot base? Kind of. We're gonna do a little bit of a mix, actually, is what we're gonna do. Because I actually wanted to, okay, so one of the things I did say in the mod list was I left bot attrition to the default setting, by the way. So, and I'll even show you to prove it. Novice has the 1.0 bot attrition, which is the default for this game. So it's on. Like, the bots have their attrition thing setting on. So, I'm gonna try and mix belts and bots. That's what I'm gonna try and do. That's what I want to do. Do you know, half and half, like the fucking like cream for my coffee, you know, half and half. Like, I don't have half and half in my coffee, so. That's a lie. Do at all. Also, bots take... God, that takes a while, huh? Maybe I should have more of those research things. I don't know. I need more belts anyway, so... Yeah, world gen settings are starting world only. Rest of the world's just nuke them from the home planet, pretty much. So that's why, like the Death World settings don't matter. They literally don't matter. So you don't have to do a thing with that. It's the way this game is set up. Okay. Where's my repair packs? Oh god. Oh, fuck. Oh my god, I keep just running out of ammo, like, instantly. As it turns out, I might need more ammo than this. Alright. This very soothing music. To me getting fucked by biters. New game time? Oh no. No, we're fine. I have like 10 miners I need to put down. But I kind of want to put that down with some other stuff. Okay, these are all fine now. We don't have to do anything else with these. Actually, we don't even need any more science things, because we can just wait for that to kind of finish up here. This song is called the Biter Waltz. That's what we're gonna call it. These are my made-up names for things. It made sense in my head. Are you sure about Death World not being a challenge? I didn't say it wouldn't be a challenge. I played tons of Death World. I know it's a challenge. I just feel like endgame challenge-wise, you're literally just it's just basically a problem early on, and then you leave, and then you're done with them because then the other settings take over. So that's what I basically said. I know I knew it would be a challenge in other ways. Also, the 10x science also doesn't help with that. So like, there's a couple ways you could basically go around that. You can basically do like a incognito run where you like try and lay low so the biters don't attack you relentlessly like they are with me, which is, you know, sometimes more challenging to do. I mean, I've done Desert Death World, man. I've done it all. Although I haven't done Desert Death World in 016, which is apparently more difficult to accomplish. I don't remember the reason for that though, but I'm sure there's a good reason for that. Guess we really don't need anything else. We'll just let this go at its full speed, huh? There's a bug in 16 that made the biters far angrier than usual. Is that why I got fucking Shrek'd in there? Okay, that might be why. I haven't played it, like, I played it early on at the beginning to see, but I'm like, wow, this is really hard. So I was just like, I guess fuck it. I guess I'm not doing Death Roll anymore. Also, I have plenty of iron up here, I just realized. I guess I'm a casual gamer now. Nah, but this time I'm sticking with mostly the defaults. I think they're sensible defaults, actually, for space exploration. Like I said, I'm not really in it for, like, the biter challenge or whatever. Because honestly, if I turned off the biters, by the way, then I would probably stay on novice. And not do anything, but I kind of want to try my strategy of, oh god, the biters. So you don't want to, you know, you want to leave, you know, and do some other things elsewhere. Okay, so we'll do that, and then what else do we need? We need more belts, and we need some more inserters. I really should move up these walls, by the way. I might do that, actually. Oh, wait, well, it's just like, what if we're... Dude, these ones are fast, by the way. Oh god. Okay. Putting that back on. I can't get through the walls, man. Should put them like over here. Why leave it all? So you can make another base somewhere else. I mean, you could go to any one of the planets without any biters on them and stuff. I want to try making, because you already have interplanetary logistics, you might as well try. That's kind of what I want to try doing. I want to try getting to rockets and going like, can I make a base somewhere else? Just go. You make your new base there with all the productivity models and stuff. Seemed like a nice idea to me. You don't have to go. But because like the amount of pollution that was spewing from my base was like unmanageable. So you basically always have to have like some kind of like biter defense thing. But you could also just go to another planet and just, you know, that's another way of dealing with it. That's what I kind of want to try. Because it also makes a lot more sense because now this has always by default really good solar capacity, right? But like the other planet may not. So that's actually a good excuse to go ham on nuclear, right? That's what I was kind of thinking with that, so. But you had walls working last time? Oh, you were talking about why did I leave my last game? Like I said, for the aforementioned reasons of, you know, I wanted to remove crestario. I didn't like the fact I started with rampant. I want to change some mods around. I want to drop crestario. Things like that. That's what I want to do. I still have the save, so I mean, at any point in time, if I find that I don't like this as much, and then I'll go back to crestario anyways, I'll just load that back up, you know. Nothing says that I'm committed to either one. I really want to try a run without it. That was pretty much it. So I'm really digging the mod. I just want to change it up. I think we got almost enough now. So let me just get a couple more of these guys. So, is there fuel? Oh, yeah, you do have it. So that means I'm not doing coke anymore. I'm doing that now. Oh, nanobots. Excuse me, it requires an electronic circuit? Oh, fuck that. Guess we did electronic circuit. Why? I mean, why leave Novice? Just building up interstellar travel and rebuild on another planet sounds like a waste of time. I mean, when you go with a bot base, you're basically redoing the base for the most part anyways. I still don't really understand the criticism around that, because it seems fine to me. Because it's what I ended up doing anyways, because that's what I did last game, which was I made another base for mostly bot-related activities and bot accessories. Let's get a couple more belts before I start destroying this stuff. Like I said, you don't have to do these things. It's just the way I play, I guess. I don't know. This is all about tearing down and upgrading anyways. Kind of now this is stinky. There we go. That's a little bit better for dealing with these guys. I feel like I should divide this a little better. I feel like so when I was playing with space exploration last time, that was my first try at it, right? I feel like now I know a lot more about what I'm doing, so I feel like I can build up a much better. Because one of the biggest mistakes I felt like I made in that game is like I was still going for the classic Factorio endgame, which is like, you know, you rush the bots, you rush all that other stuff, you rush those techs, and then you basically kind of do that other base and set up the whole train network and stuff. But then I realized, like, someone basically came in my chat, was like, why don't you launch some rockets? And I'm like, why the hell would I launch rockets? Isn't that like, because I was thinking like high-tech science, right? I was like, why the hell would I launch rockets? It's like way late game, right? And then I looked at it, I'm like, wait a second, it's like locked behind like blue science. What the hell? Right? And so then I started launching rockets, I explored the planets, and then the end game kind of opened up to me. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense, kind of thing. So I feel like this time I can basically play with that in mind, kind of thing. So, like I said, the last game wasn't a loss or like wasted time. It was like I learned a lot from that one. So I want to approach it much differently. Is the main thing I want to do. So, anyways, let's go and I'll get a couple more of these, and I'm going to destroy all this. All right, let's see my sweet Outpost Planner mod. Alright guys, get ready for this. Okay, so you go here, and you go Advanced. Oh, you can do Advanced. Yeah, so I don't have these kinds of blueprint, these kinds of poles right now, so I have to go do this one. How do I do it? I have to like drag it onto it. No, that's not it. This one. There you go. So we have electric mining drills. I'm not going to do... Well, it doesn't matter what kind of chest you use. It doesn't matter. So there's a couple of different ones you can have. You can have spread out ones like that. Compact. Bot-based. Or default, which is like just that one. So we'll stay with the default. I'll just... Oh. Damn it, it did the wrong kind of poles again. Alright, and then what you do is you say, I want the output direction to be north. And you pick outputs planner, and then you do this. There you go. And I really don't need that one, because it's already, like, fine. And it basically just plates down all of the things for me. I didn't have to do a thing, which is super nice. This is what someone suggested I should do last time, and I was like... Yeah, but I'm like the reverse lazy. I like to make things hard for myself. And then I decided that I would actually try it out. And I'm like, actually, this is not bad. This is pretty good. I like what they... I like this mod. This is good. This is some good modding. So. I can't complain. It works better if I had the nanobots, which I don't, so. I probably shouldn't be using up all my iron right now, but yeah, whatever. Actually, it shouldn't be doing this one. Reverse lazy, yeah. It's basically I like making life difficult for myself. Because if I didn't suffer, then what's the point in living? Alright, so we'll do our thing over there. Actually, one second. Actually, I did something like that, so I'll just go... I don't have the hotkey set up for that. Just make sure it can grab it. Okay, it can. Good. Oh, I can turn that off now. I don't believe you? What? Excuse me? How do you not believe me? I'm a trustworthy individual. Why would I just go ahead and tell lies on the internet? Although that does seem like my MO. Yeah, let's see. 1, 2... Oh, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's why. Okay, that's why it didn't feel right. Also kind of nice not playing with like the super bad ores until like you have to like fix like a bunch of it. Like, I don't know why, but I kind of like felt like a change from that because I had done that so many times. That was not my first rodeo when it came to crestario. So I've done that so much, I'm like, you know what? Let's change it. Okay. We might need more fuel than this, by the way. Oh. Oh, they're all out. Goody. They just eat through ammo like no tomorrow. Almost like one could automate this. Is Mike not reading his chat again? Should we yell at him? Why? Which mod is basic settings to place small poles smartly? I'm actually not sure what you're talking. I'm not sure what you're talking about, by the way. Basic. You mean the Outpost mod that I was showing you, or what? Stop yelling at me, though. I'm trying my best here. Probably, I'm gonna check its mod page. Is that the one where I was like placing down the ones? Because yeah, that would be for sure the Outpost one, because that would be Outpost Planner doing that. So it says here smart placement for pulse right there. Is there a mod that can make me good at Factorio? No, because I've tried. I just can't. I can't find one for that. I'm always bad at Factorio. Go get some more of this stuff. Sorry, engine limitation. We just completely ran out of everything. How's our power doing? Oh my god, really? How do we use fucking 2 megawatts already? Whatever, fine. Kind of lazy, so I'm just gonna put this burner drill like somewhere over here. Yeah, like right there. Character in the way. Why am I fat? Fat shamed me. Oh, that's still not hooked up to power. Okay, electronics finished. Let's do the nanobots. Apparently you need... What do I need for this? Yeah, just make me some electronic circuits. Why didn't you do that? I don't understand. Whatever. Okay, so next research is either radar or weapon damage. Kind of a fan of weapon damage, actually. Because I don't need to know where the biters are, so it's not like I'm gonna go get them right now. I'm lazy. Use drills a ton. Yeah, that's what I'm doing for sure. All right, let's see here. Nanobots, do repair packs and that. Okay. Oh, I don't have enough of these. What do we need? More. I'm like going away for this. But yeah, I got 2 more I can put down. Oh, I need power for that. I feel like we need some more fuel creation. Where's it at? Stone bricks. Oh. Actually, these things eat a lot of power. I just realized. So. Uh-oh. Let's go run over there. Oh my god, they all ran out of fucking thing again. So the nanobots will repair these. Thank goodness for nanobots. So, is it just me, or do the biters seem extremely strong in the early game? I don't know why. What would be... Is it... Oh, probably that combat overhaul mod, actually, I just realized. I can almost guarantee you it's that. I'm out of power pulse too. Alright, we're just gonna make things until the end time. Do I have like lights or like... I guess I have another one here. There you go. I like the orange glow it gives too, you know? It's just really tiny biters that die to a pistol shot. Interesting that fuel replaces coal, but it's made of coal. I don't know. I don't question it. It's just factorial logic. It's the same reason that mining drills are made out of another burner mining drill, you know? You'd think that they wouldn't be compatible, but apparently we're wrong. So, I'm thinking about where to kind of tap into next. That's where, like, a radar would be good, because I would basically be able to know where the biters are most likely to come from next. But I want damage, because screw that. That's all I have to say about that. Okay, well, at some point that will work. Okay, you know what? Stop making so much ammo. Make all the ammo at the end. Why did I make this? Oh, that was probably Ghost that was down before. Spooky Ghost. Okay, I need more iron plates, apparently. I may have made too many, too much ammo. That's why. There you go. Why did I do that? Because I didn't have that all the way there. Okay, I believe that's all I can fit on a belt, right? Oh, apparently not. Apparently you can have much more than this. Oh, no, but it is the max that the... Oh, it's like... 1, 2... Oh, okay. Interesting. Is it like slower or what? I don't even know. Anyway, let's go make some more turrets and stuff. Why do I have all these blueprints? What? Here are these. Crazy. Rampant made them puny in the early game? Yeah, well, I think, though, that this is being changed by Combat Overhaul, I believe. It has to be. There's no way it sticks like this, honestly. It doesn't make any sense otherwise. I guess I need more labs, I just realized. It's weird, I don't need copper at all. I know that will not stick, by the way, by any stretch of the imagination, but just kind of happy for now that I don't need that much. I may have overdone it with the drills here, but we're gonna just keep it like, oh shit, why did I take that out? I don't know why it's so weird how it organizes these. The mod just seems broken, honestly. Oh, the coal never makes it to the end anyways. Alright, well, whatever, just get rid of it then. Goodbye. Also, I never hooked it up to the belt anyways, so... Yes, well, they'll bring out a little bit of stone, so... Just get good. Yeah, I think... Yeah, the biters were supposed to do different things, I don't know. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do nothing, because I don't have an assembling machine, so never mind. So do I even have enough... Yeah, let's just cancel these for a sec. Do I have enough, We're gonna have to start thinking about a mall real fast here. I just want to speed up our research a little bit, because I think 36 minutes is a little bit unacceptable. Just slightly. We're gonna need actually a lot more of these. I'll probably do, I'll just, like, bring it upwards. Which I don't have enough belts for that. So I need like twice as many Otherwise, we're just going too slow. Also, I'm gonna not do like quite like that. Do one more like here. Okay, so the first things first. Do I have turrets here? Yes, I do. Alright, so let's do belts and... You need gears for this? Disgusting. Does this need gears? No, thank God. Oh, goody. I'm so used to basically, like, grappling myself everywhere, I just want to hit spacebar. But I refuse to have that mod back. Because that was the biggest hoax ever. This is like polka music, by the way, I just want to mention this to you guys. No loaders either? No. They're out. Trying it without, trying to do something a little bit more on the vanilla side. I mean, it's not really vanilla because it's space exploration, but still. Poker? No, polka. Polka. You forgot 2 inserters in your smelter? Did I? Oh, it's just to unload it, yeah. That's fine. I'll just get rid of them. Here we go. It will never happen again because now I have the bots, so I assure you it will never happen. I assure you a nuclear catastrophe can never happen in whatever this is. Will it? Oh yeah, it will fit. Okay, cool. Actually, wait, it doesn't even need to be here. Okay, cool. It will super fit. The hell? What did it add in here? Oh, 50, okay. Oh yeah, I just decided to add more. Polka? You don't know what polka is? It's a legendary genre of music. Only appreciated by fine tasted something, I don't know. Let me think here. Need more belts. Looks like they had another little attack here. I'm hoping there would be a little bit more stone than this. Oh, these don't have their own stone. Oh, well, I guess it has stone right here. I just don't I just didn't understand. I like accordions. What's wrong with accordions? Can I drop near? Oh no, they don't let you do that anymore. You can't set. So that was a crestario thing. You could set inserters to drop near. That's gone now. It's gone. It's dead. Can't bring it back, boys. Sag. That was K2, yeah. So you could basically do both sides of the belt with vanilla, well, whatever kind of inserters you wanted, by doing like Shift L. So that was crestario that did that. I always kind of wondered which mod did that. It was always a nice quality of life thing, which is now gone. So honestly, we could make do without it. It's fine. Like I said, I played so much crestario that it's like you kind of forget the things that crestario did do. So yeah, let's just delete these. Did you get mini loaders? I considered it, and I figured I'd try it without mini loaders and stuff, but I could add it later on, obviously, because it's not really a gameplay changing thing. That's what I kind of figured. I figured I'd try it without it, and if I got like really annoyed by not having inserters, I would basically put them in. That's why I was just gonna try it without it, kind of thing. Because to be honest, it's been so long since I played with without inserters, without loaders, that I don't even remember what it's like. So this is like, you know, kind of a new thing to me now. So there we go. Oh, just realized that this is a problem. I probably should get a chest beside it to go put some stuff in there. It sounds like the saxophone is just like totally The Sims, by the way. Also, I want another box of ammo. How's our power doing? Almost at 4 megawatts. I'll have to add another one somewhere else. I probably need to change this up a little bit somehow. I don't know how though. 'Cause I actually kind of want to have these going on a belt to these power things, so. It's probably enough walls. This one hasn't even killed anything. We got Chad. I'll call this, I don't know, new lull. There you go. Just don't want to destroy the spaceship, but I don't think it will. Oh, I didn't go past it all. Okay, cool. I didn't destroy the spaceship. I don't know why it doesn't see that as an entity it can destroy. Yeah, no, that's it. We got it all. I just joined. What's this mod? Which one? The one where I'm tearing things apart? That would be nanobots. But we have a nice mod list. And Hump misspelled it, so I guess you'll never know. Oh, never mind. He corrected it. I still will call him out for misspelling it. That's what I do. I'm a jerk. So these ones are nanobots, so it's basically like early game bots kind of thing, which are not like just giving you bots, which I don't like. Not a fan of that. Because some mods will do that. They'll just go like, hey, you can just have construction bots right from the get-go, and then you just don't feel like you earned it. You're just like, oh, I guess I have bots now. I guess there's nothing to work towards. Why even live? You know, it's kind of what my thoughts are on that. Here's what I'm gonna do. So I don't think I'm gonna do anything with stone at the moment. I will need more power though.
But you tested it, right? Tell me you tested it.
Oh, thanks a lot, man. The key, of all people. But thanks a lot, Pumpkin. I'm sure Key's here and appreciates it. Actually, I could just go this way anyways. 1 second. No, don't do that. Let's do this. Mike was actually right. He played RE4 and Key's spirit moved on. How, he lives for one thing. If that. And that would be Resident Evil. Alright, there we go. This is a lot better, just to do it like this. And now this gives it 6 megawatts to play with, so... Dicks. I'm actually not sure where Key is. Key didn't even notice. What the hell? He's a jerk. Nah, Key's around. She'll see it at some point. Look at that. It's ridiculous the amount of damage it did. Also, you can see that they're just running out of ammo like crazy. I'm gonna have to go get some more stuff, but like, yeah, I'm hitting some biter nests up there. I think after this, we're gonna basically, I can see also this one's hit. Yeah, we gotta go add some more things to that. Let's go get some more copper. Oh, it was like just capped on copper too. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many more can you? Let's add 4 more. Get the firearm magazines. There you go. Do you hear about Quake 2 RTX? I did not. I have not looked into anything Quake 2 related actually recently. Did they do something fun around that? Aren't they got RTX all the Quake games? Is that I'm guessing because I know that's from the video card stuff, so I'm guessing it's something video card related. Is it something where they just remaster the game kind of in a way, or what? Oh, it's just that. If so, kind of interesting. It's like rendering shit? Oh, okay. Kind of want to have a place just like a box full of fuel. So we'll just have one box going. Apparently that one fuel thing is just enough for the entire factory. It won't be forever though. This is pretty much its cap actually. Should probably add another one. Which means we need more coal. What's the RTX? What's the acronym for RTX? You know, that's actually a good question because I mean, ATX is like a PC building thing, and I'm pretty sure like a lot of TX related things are like something related to computers all the time. So I'm sure it means something significant. Or someone already answered the question in chat and I just sound like an idiot because someone go Google that shit. I don't know. Or sorry, no. DuckDuckGo that shit. Sorry, we don't chill for Google here. Actually, I don't want to chill for DuckDuckGo either. Go to the library and look it up in the dictionary. There. Now I'm a shill for librarians. Ray tracing Texel Extreme. Oh, dude, capital X too. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. That's how you know they mean business. Fucking video. Oh man, we're gonna get some flame wars going on here. We're gonna do east, and we're gonna do upwards. Giving up on connecting poles. 13 entities are unpowered. Wow. You gave up just like that. Fuck. Can you imagine being an entity pole placer and you just give up just like that so easily? Yeah, there we go. Science is going nicely. We got 2 minutes left on that. That's nice. Balls refused to... I mean, this is my first time using this mod, so... I mean, it wasn't bound not to be perfect. We found a flaw. Actually, I will do it. No, that's too much. The thing I'm learning is I can place poles a lot faster than I can remove them. Alright, we're gonna need a lot more inserters. And we're gonna need some more stone for these furnaces. Oh, this one's already done. Never give up, never surrender. That was definitely Tim Allen from Galaxy Quest, by the way. Without a doubt. Alright, physical projectile speed, damage is good. The speed wouldn't be bad either to do. Electric labs are locked right now behind glass processing? Oh, okay. Interesting. We'll have to look at what that does in a little bit. What else do we need? I think radars is actually on the I was gonna make a really bad joke about raiders being on the radar, but... Well, actually, I guess I just made it, didn't I? Oh, they're all out of copper plates. You know what the most surprising thing is about Tim Allen? He's a fucking criminal, by the way. Like, legit. I forget exactly what he did, but he has like a quite the criminal record. So, allegedly. I mean, he does. In case you didn't know that, he's an ex-convict. He was addicted to cocaine. Yeah. It's kind of weird because you kind of think of him as this like wholesome guy who does like home improvement guy, like the lovable dad. But yeah, no, he's a fucking drug lord, you know? He's like Walter White, you know? So like most actors, I guess so, but this one actually has a criminal record. So... Alright, by the way, how long have we been streaming? Yeah, I'm not gonna go for too much longer. Probably, maybe a half an hour or so. And then, probably we'll call it there. Because I didn't really, if you haven't noticed, I don't really stream on Wednesdays. I just felt like restarting this and shocking everybody. That like, why, how dare you restart, etc. And then, I mean, honestly, it is like, yeah, I'm not making fun of anybody. It's just like, yeah, I know I have a tendency to do that, but I did want to get it out of the way so that we all knew that what I was doing here and all that kind of jazz. So, and the reasons for it and all that kind of stuff, so. I'm shocked, yeah, I'm sorry. I know some of you may have been invested in the last one, but this one will be better. Better. This one will have hookers and everything. Promise you. Or space hookers. Alright, what are the Star Wars space hookers? I forget. Like Twi'leks or something? Yeah, that one. That's what we're gonna have. It's the space exploration one. That's what we're gonna have. So, I didn't want to go too far on the night, so... Uh-oh. Coming through your damn walls. So, note to self, this stuff does dick all, by the way. How many more walls are at 69? Just what I needed. They literally are attacking from nowhere else, so let's do this. I like how we didn't even exhaust, like, the entire, like, soundtrack of Tropico for the stream. It's still been playing. What a soundtrack it is. So there are like 5 games, but I'm playing literally the soundtrack of one of them. It's Tropico 6. I'm an hour and 45 minutes into it. I guess I was talking a lot during the beginning, and it's just Tropico 6. That's only it. Yeah, this is 6 apparently. Yeah, they have 6 fucking games for it. That might be the reason I've never played it, because I'm just like, I'm like that. There's a lot of games for this that I'll have to catch up on. Whoops, do that one. I can't, like, actually playing games. I can't be fucking do that. I don't know what you call this game though. It's a good thing I made a chest making this stuff, because I'm just like, yeah. I like how only the beginning science things are even doing anything. I believe it's because I just don't have any things over here. Fuck, I still don't have stone. What am I doing right now? Alright, I need to go fill in copper in some of these machines. Which I'm just gonna do 1 second. Control C. There you go. You just gave them 1 copper plate? What the fuck? Right, that is... The distribute mod is really disappointing me right now. Because it just doesn't work half the time, I don't even know why. All the things I wanted to do, it won't do. So, yeah, we're gonna do radar, and then we'll kind of figure out which direction we want to kind of build the base in, that's it. And they're all pretty much the same with some differences, of course. It's still something I should play at some point, you know? Up there with the Dwarf Fortress and whatever else kind of games that there are. Black and White 1 and 2. I have played actually one of the Black and White games. I forget which one it was. Those ones aren't that bad. Alright, let's figure out next research. Weapon shooting speed would be good. And then what else is next? Nanobot stuff. Yeah, we have to start going into sand processing, so we might as well do that now. And we can do... Lights are pretty expensive, actually. Yeah, I want the electric science labs. So we're gonna start doing a bus, actually, because now we have our radar dishes. Just want all of that. But Valkyrie Chronicles, yeah, that's right. And Darkside Phil, I need to play Darkside Phil too. That's right, there is a lot of games. We're gonna have a busy summer. It's a summer of games, guys. Now, I think I'll start adding some variety in, by the way. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that soon, but soon-ish. I think I'll start adding some variety in. Just because I feel like you guys deserve it. Also, yeah, I feel like playing Factorio all the time will get kind of like old, if it's not old already. Although I think most of you are okay with it, so. Right, these are slower than the other ones, by the way. Why are you scanning? Where are you scanning? What's the range of these things? Little fucks, I forget. Aren't radars supposed to scan? Why aren't they scanning? They need to charge? They have full electricity. Oh no, they have like, yeah, they have a little progress bar. Right, okay. Maybe I'll add like a couple more. Sorry, that's how out of like the fucking vanilla vibe I am right now. Oh, Red Alert 2? Oh, now you're just adding games. But that's fine. Cleopatra. You see, this is what happened. I quit YouTube and now I have to do more games. This is how it works. Retirement my ass. We're now pro streamer. I'm still holding out hope that they're gonna remaster Red Alert 2 like they did 1. You know what? That would really be worth coming to then. Because I kind of like the RA1 remaster even though I didn't finish it, so... I guess I didn't like it that much. We're gonna need more power. RE2 is much better. Yeah, I think that's when they started doing... Whoops, don't do that. If I could just do this, why did I even put a belt there? I should have like a thick chest there. This is definitely starting to slow down my things though. Alright. I kind of forget how I generated the map, by the way, so that's why we kind of need this. By the way, you can see I still have those like things that tell me how much ore is in them, which is really nice. Oh, this is good now. Could also do like 2 like this or something. Probably should. We're eventually going to want to go to Steam, by the way. At some point. Everyone tried to be more serious, but RE2 is basically RE3 where nothing is taken seriously, everyone acts like Tim Curry. I mean, it's kind of good. I like the style. It's just a shame, like, because it was never really I believe, a competitive game all that much. StarCraft did take a lot of that limelight, didn't it? Uh-oh. It was like the Koreans went crazy for StarCraft, essentially. RT is not balanced, especially with the Yuri faction added. Yeah, I didn't expect that it was. It's like I said, we can't even go like RE versus. You can't have a competition against them really, because like they ironically at this point, both the companies got absolutely shit fucked that made both the games. So, what difference does it make? No difference. Nope. Okay, so these are... Where is this? Oh, just waiting for space. But we're good on electricity. Okay, so... what time are we at? Yeah, let's start... I mean, I could walk around to go see what the... I feel like I need another inserter or something. Ironically, I could have had 6 on this thing. I just realized, because you could have 1 up here, and... Actually, no, I can't. There's no way I would have been able to do that. I could still basically put another chest there. Let's make the rest of these things, though. Because we're hitting some kind of nest there really hard, so... Subcom is basically Factorio. RE2 is basically 20 minutes no rush. I mean, StarCraft had that too. It's like big game hunters, 7v1 comp stomp, no rush kind of thing. But actually, like, I don't know if I've ever talked about it, but the comp stomp games. So the way StarCraft 1 worked is like you could unally yourself, and nobody could know who was the one who. Okay, you can unally. There's two settings. There's allied victory and ally. So if you go, you can be an ally to somebody, but if you uncheck allied victory, the game will not end when the victory conditions are set. So you can just basically make a bunch of battle cruises and just go kill everybody else in the game. And that was a common thing, which is it was like the Among Us before Among Us was a thing. Like someone was a traitor kind of a thing. That's what people would do in that thing. It was actually really funny. It was a common thing in that game to basically yeah, to do exactly that, to like basically betray. And so you have to figure out who was the one who was betraying, and then you go kill them, and then see if the game ends, and then oh, someone else has the victory condition unset, you know, things like that. Really funny. There's the game, what is a subcom that's an FNF that's familiar. I remember in RA2, if someone wanted to build a lot of units for 20 minutes and then smash them together and someone wins. Yeah. I want to do this thing. I feel like we can have now more of these. It's still weird. Oh, well, we'd have to get rid of this. Oh, there's a biter nest right there. Let's go see. Let's see. Are we capable of killing biters? I mean, we are capable of killing biters, but that's a rhetorical question. But because I don't fucking remember how vanilla biters were at all. So let's go on an adventure. Because they have the worms, and now I don't have sniper rifles. So what the fuck do I do against them? I don't even know. Gonna walk all casually up here. Let's put turrets down somewhere. Streamer about to die with no hook? Nah, I'm fine. How tall are you? Is that a question for me? Can't see anything, by the way. Actually, I got rid of all my ammo. If you're asking how tall I am, I'm 6'3". I'm a lanky boy. Yeah, get me out of here. What is it with Americans and feet? I'm Canadian, I'm not American. But that's just the thing here. We actually, like, for some reason, even though we're taught the metric system, we use the metric system because everywhere, like, we drive in kilometers per hour and stuff. But for some reason, when you talk about weight and height, it's common for people to talk about pounds and feet, basically. So I don't know why. At least with me, I don't know if anyone else is Canadian in the chat and can disagree with me, but usually when I've talked to people, they will always talk about like the imperial system with that stuff. I mean, I know carpenters often use still the imperial system for some godforsaken reason. I use a bastardization hybrid of imperial system and metric. That's what I'm saying. I'm basically doing that, so it's weird. Wow, I have a lot of copper, I just realized. Oh, here's our biters. I guess I'll go heal that. Actually, I won't heal that right now. You are 5 feet 30 centimeters tall. Oh, thanks. It's kind of cool that you guys know both. On the other hand, EO Imperial. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say I really know both, I would say. I have a rough idea what either one is, though, but yeah. It is kind of stupid. At 6 feet. Carpenters do it because it's been studied that houses built on Imperial last longer than built in metric. What the fuck? Why? Historical trial and error. What the hell? Look at these facts that Pat brings to this Discord. This is not a Discord server. This is a Twitch chat. Sorry, fuck. Whatever. It's a Discord server now. Can people measure length by using atomic distance? I don't know. That sounds really hard, to be honest. Alright, so... yeah, we're gonna just build up, I guess. Oh, you know what we should also do? Before I forget. Also, I don't have enough ammo anywhere. Start getting some stone going and making a thing just to make stone. What is this music? It's like hoo hoo hoo. How's our power? Still good. We'll just get to Steam at some point. Oh my god, that's huge. So that would be the nest that we're hitting. I don't know, can we kill it? Might try to. We just get some more turrets. I think I need like armor-piercing rounds, maybe. I don't know. How can you call metric arbitrary? It's really not. Everything in metric makes total sense. I'm gonna need also one of these things. Should have enough iron plates. Actually, I have a full inventory of this crap. Just realized that this is completely done again. Oh my god, we're just constantly running out of iron plates here. Okay, I think I know how to fix this. I gotta stop taking copper plates, by the way. That's the first way I can fix this. Also, let's get another thing down. I need to do the same thing with that. Is this a burner? Oh my god, I still have a burner on here on this one. I was actually surprised. I'm like, what the fuck? Where did that come from? Oh, I put copper in this. What the hell am I doing? The fuck? Oh, I must have done it when I hovered on it. Whatever. Okay, there's sand processing. Thousand feet. Fucking Pat. My answers are smiling upon me metric. Can you say the same? Alright, so how the hell do we make sand? Really? It's assembly machine. Thought there was like the crushers for that. I guess that comes from later. There's so much fucking everything in here. You know what? Screw it. Actually, no, not screw it. Because I'll never get out of here. I know I have that outpost planner, but in this is a rare circumstance where I think it doesn't make sense to use it, because otherwise it will constantly combine coal. There we go. Pulverizers give you more sand? Yeah, but I need to research that. Yeah, that's why. So that's what they did. Yeah, can't quite get that. Actually, no, if I shift this all over by like 1. Yeah, they don't have any coal. Okay, that's good. There's some over here, but that's fine. I just need to do that. Actually, I'm gonna go like this. Anakin short is for Anaconda Kin. But this music is making me want again. That's a baby Factorio and Tropitario. Yeah. I don't know how that would work, but it would. Alright, let's yeah, let's just save it and try and go kill those biters, because fuck the biters. I'll show you my stealth loadout. Probably should actually just kill some fish. So what do fish do in this one? They poison you still. There's medkits. Oh, there's no medkits. I have to research that, don't I? Oh shit, it's behind research. Well, we're gonna have to do that eventually, so... Actually, let me... Oh shit. Alright, let's go stealth over here. I wanna... Is the research still going? No, I should go fix that first. Let's go just fix that real quick. Imagine not having grapple hook technology, guys. Cook fish, try eat. No, because they give you 5 poison, that's what they do. Like I said, I'm kind of glad there's no biter fucking bullshit to have to deal with, so... I hate the creep mechanic that crestario added, actually. Oh my god. Let's go just make a bunch of this. Okay, let's go. Stealth. Okay, never mind. Do I need more ammo than that? No, I'm good. Don't worry, we will have the element of surprise. The biters will no way hit him. We'll save it here, just in case the entire stealth mission goes wrong. We walk really slow on this train. Oh shit. Oh shit. Repair. Oops, that's not the nothing I wanted. No, it's just continuously using this. Why they're so fucking fast compared to the crestario ones. Ow. Oh god. This seems like a good strat, just let the turrets do it. I like how the sound is cutting out, because I guess they're firing so fast. Cool. Alright. Another biter nest dealt with. Actually, it's the first one, but you know. Stealth missions at night checks out, yeah. Nanobots override the sound. Oh, right. Yeah, they have like really high noise. I wonder, is there anything other than night vision? No, I guess night vision is the best you could do in this game. Simulating your character going deaf. I used up all my medkits though. It's so sad. Alright, that should hopefully drastically reduce the amount of attacks we get from that angle. Oh, there's your... Oh, what? Oh, right! We're in unlimited oil land now. I forgot about that. I forgot oil is not finite in vanilla Factorio. That's right. I know to a lot of you that seems like fucking obvious, but do you know how long it's been since I played like Vanilla Man or something resembling it? Like it's been a long time. Prep your speed mods, yeah. Totally forgot that was a thing, by the way. Alright. Let us start with the glorious main bus. Also, why the fuck is this not working? Oh, because they're not powered. Need a deconstruction planner. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Thought that did like a pull or something. What the hell? Oh, there's a tree there. So, let's see. Okay, where are beams? Is that steel? Oh, I guess steel beams is the thing. I forgot steel plates. Oh, you don't have a separate thing for that? It's just made of iron now? Damn. I don't even know. Well, that simplifies early game a whole lot. You don't need like some kind of separate steel coke production and all that kind of stuff. You just do iron. Where's concrete on this list? Concrete. Right here. Stone, brick, sand, and water. Jet fuel can't melt steel beam. A meteorite. Can we build on ice? Is there, like, anything stopping us? No. Ice is totally a valid place to build things onto. Okay, so what are we making first? I guess we should have a line making gears. So just do, like, the standard Factorio bullshit of, like, yeah, making some intermediates in some various places. So we can have full belt almost, and we'll make, yeah. I guess we'll go the other way. This is something I've not done in a long time, because one of the things that crestario does is it basically makes it so that this is not a thing. Like, it basically does a full line of belts on this crap, so... Like, it's one to one, that's what it is. So... Two, 1, 2. A little bit less intermediates, but hey, that's fine. I'm thinking here. House fire can. Oh yeah, of course it can. Alright. We're kind of looking for electric labs now, so we gotta start making this kind of stuff here. So we need copper and the other thing for it. Question is, which side to make that on? Yeah, probably over here. That'll be good. I can just make the labs like rip right under it or something, or... No, I should make it way further up, by the way. That's what I should do. Actually, I don't even need that one. Alright, so... And also, let me... get some more stone, actually. I have so much fucking stone. Where's my... Oh, there we go. Then we'll need some lights and stuff at some point, but you know, that's fine for now. Yeah, we'll go this way. So we start with gears. We kind of bring it over to the side here. Oh, I didn't quite do this right, did I? Just realized this. Can I undo this? Where's it? 1 second. It's a little bit too much to the side there. Just realized I have to add some space for it. I mean, I could just leave it the way it is, but... I mean, actually, I have the jackhammer, don't I? Oh, I guess that was a crestario thing. Just want to get rid of this, can't I just delete it like this? Yeah, I can. Fortunately, it's dark, but we need the lights first, so... Essentially what's going to happen is it's going to mean it goes right there. Just cuts across. Alright, there's your gears. And your copper. I don't want that. I want these. All right. I want 10 to start. So this consumes, yeah, not even a full belt of this stuff, so. And how much does it make? Not even a full belt of this stuff, so. I just like took away all my ammo and I shouldn't do that. How's the radar looking, by the way? Yeah, there's like one little nest over there which we can go deal with. This one's being hit. So this is the second one, I believe, that was sending attacks at me, but I don't have to really deal with that right now. This is 10 of them. Okay. There's plenty of trees on the right die. What? Oh. Oh, you mean the right side being like the trees just like helping me out or something? This is, they don't have a grapple hook anymore. Now it makes a lot more sense for me to do something like this. Alright. What are these things complaining about now? Oh, we need glass now. Alright. I need assemblers for that. Which removing it wasn't such a pain when you have bots. It's easier when you have bots, but I have nanobots, so it's still not that bad for me. Nanobots make life a lot easier. It gets rid of a lot of that like early game hassle around that kind of crap, you know? Nano machine, son. Yeah, exactly. So let's see, how does this work? Oh, it doesn't actually regard it yet. There you go, perfect ratio. There you go, that's all you have to do. I don't think I need that much glass for now, so we'll just put it into some chests here. So, yeah, that's pretty much all we need. Doesn't really feel like 10x, but it is 10x science. I'll say that much. Like I said, I'm a pro now, you know? can I tell you? Yeah, like the game's unbearable without something to just automatically deconstruct stuff because it's so monotonous otherwise. Is steel again, or sorry, iron. When the expansion comes out, you have to play at 1x to be super confused when any science keeps cleaning itself automatically. Yeah. I don't have to make any burner labs, am I? Okay, good. I don't. How's our power doing actually? Because we may have to make another one of those burner generators. Well, this kind of sucks actually, because actually no, I can just put it on the other side. It's fine. Because these things are just fine as it is. So I recently watched someone play Metal Gear Rising, a game from 2004. I kid you not. Senator Armstrong in the game, Make America Great Again. I mean, didn't that precede anything Donald Trump did, actually? It wasn't modeled on him. I think he modeled Senator Armstrong, honestly. I think that's how it went down. I don't know, ask an American like Pat. Americans probably will know the best. The phrase is way older than Trump. Yeah, pretty much. Trump stole it from Armstrong, yeah. Sounds about right. Okay. Well, I have so much stone. I could just throw it into something. Also, why did I not put this belt all the way to the side? I guess when I copied it, I didn't quite copy it all the way, did I? Reagan used it in the 80s. So it's all Reagan's fault, is what you're saying. Fucking Reagan. Oh, it's because it's not using any of it. I think I took the stone from this thing. Because, yeah, that thing is constantly putting stone away, too. I guess when this song ends, I'll probably stop streaming. Or not, when this music ends in... Actually, it's like 5 minutes. So, yeah. Probably, yeah, it'll be probably a good time. I should just keep going down somewhere. Probably should have actually taken the thing from somewhere else. Keep hearing the drum beat and thinking, please allow me to introduce myself, a man of wealth and taste. Alright, fast inserter completed. Logistics science pack is transfer belts and inserters. Okay. So we're gonna need some way of automating that. I'm gonna do tool belt first. Are you fluid handling? Yeah, we need that anyways for steam. Actually, optics should be before that. Can I like reorder them? Yeah, I'll just do that. Then do that one. Then do like steel or something. Lizard people don't mix well with machines. Based. Alright, so we need a placemaking cylinder units and also small electric motors. Those two guys. Because, interestingly enough, that's actually used in the science this time, so... It's not something we can just tool around with now. Oh, hey, it's using a lot of green circuits. Guess you don't have any way of making wood in this, do you? I don't know, they have a recycling facility. Oh, but that makes wood from that. You do have the growth facility though, that can make wood. The fuck do you even use wood for? I mean, this is circuits, delivery capsule. Really, it really is just using dog shit. I mean, biosludge, there you go. Make biosludge out of it. I guess it's used in life support canisters too. It's probably one of the ways you can make them. You can create wood later on. Yeah, I assumed you could. How many science packs are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus the 6. So we have to make basically potentially 6 rows of this stuff. This is now making the rest of those green chips. Okay, I think we can now just delete all of this. Goodbye, my old friend. We need more iron, actually. Fuck, I always keep making too much of that. Where's my glass? There it is. Let's see. It was a nice science setup while it lasted, but I hate it because I kept having to force feed it things. It did its job though. I love this song. Now we're in Tropico 5. 1 hour OST mix. But I did say I was going to stop soon. Actually, weirdly enough, the power requirements are not insane. Maybe I played the 5th Tropico as well? I guess you did. You must have. Yeah, use it a lot more, but that's okay. What was I gonna do down here? Alright, I was gonna hook up this guy. Just in case. It's got some sweet guitar though. Basic fluid handling. 5 is the one with the exploration, you have to pick a side. They're communist versus capitalist. Oh. Factory must grow until you restart. Yeah, it's like I said, it's pleasant doing this. I'm enjoying this. It's good. Oh, guess I'm out of I'm out of the chips again, so. So yeah, I just picked all the sciences that were like really fast apparently. Oh, 5 seconds. Guess I could just expand this one too. Oh, it's just barely not enough. The little strategy I like to call pissing the biters off. Oh shit. What? No. How did that magically fucking perfectly line up? I don't even know. There you go. Yeah, this doesn't even use a full belt at all. Still, it doesn't use as much, but yeah, you know what? The factory must grow, etc. I'm actually surprised. Did I really have that many labs? I guess I did. It's kind of crazy. I forget, does red science ever go away? Oh, it doesn't. Well, it does a little bit here, but yeah, we kind of always need it. It's not like crestario where like it's the brown science, like it's kind of like you stop needing it at some point, you know? It's a little bit weird that it always did that, but yeah. Shit science? Wow. Well, if you want to be that way, okay. I guess I should go check on that, shouldn't I? I should also make a place making some ammunition somewhere. Just help that along a little bit. All right, I think our science is in a comfy spot now, guys. So I'm gonna make 1, 2, 3, 4. After I make these 4, I'm gonna call it quits, guys. And we'll come back to this probably tomorrow. Actually, I don't know. Depends how mad Pat is at me right now. He's probably pretty mad. Pat's seething right now. Say I was gonna play games with him too. And he went to go set things on fire and riot in his hometown. That's how he is. Yeah, look at that Kappa's a seethe, by the way. That's how it goes. Look at so we're almost hitting 3 hours of playtime kind of thing. So once again, I apologize for anyone who was like really invested in the other playthrough and stuff like that. So I'm kind of liking the simpler nature of this one. It's kind of like, you know, yeah, it's good. I like it a lot more, and I'll see how I get into the end game and things like that. So we'll have a see, because like one of those things is like, you know, it's kind of funny because like I remember someone making arguments against antimatter science and things like that, or sorry, antimatter tech and whatever. I was like, oh, I don't know, like because antimatter sucks or something. I was thinking about it too. I'm like, if I'm not going to use it, why even have crestario then? You know, doesn't make any sense. There's an endgame power that's here as well. So yeah, there's some other things. Have to have no fur like Pet Scorn. Oh man. Thing you have to know about Pat is the biggest threer I've ever known. He likes to three all the time. Actually, what we could do, we could have lights. What was about fusion power, but hey, that works too. Was it? Yeah, that's what I was saying, the fusion power. So, if you're not going to use fusion power, why even bother using crestario, right? But you had a good point, though. That's what I'm saying. You know, I'm just like, well, you know, it's like whatever. Like, because if you're not using it, like, you're basically sticky to nerfed nuclear or buffed solar, one or the other, kind of thing, which is a bit weird. So, it's one or the other. It's just how it goes. Anyway, there you go. We can also toss some lights on this stuff too. Of course, this is like the 5-second science facts for some reason. Oh, apparently I never put down inserters for this. Well, there you go. Now it's solved. Because it's like, yeah, it's like using up a heck of a lot more of these. Do something like this. You have lights, you know? Alright, we'll wait for that one. Alright guys, it's been fun. I will be back. K2 nuclear is not nerfed. One reactor makes 250 milliwatts when in vanilla. It's not the power, it was the uranium requirement. That's what I was talking about, by the way. It's it sucks up fuel like no fucking tomorrow. That's the nerf I was talking about. Sorry. I should have elaborated more. That was my bad. Sorry. Anyways, thanks a lot, guys. Peace out, and have a good one. Take care.